certainly glad to have you back at the ballpark. Gracie, this is like our final family reunion, isn't it?
It is a farewell. It's been a lot of fun this year out here. This is the craziest bunch we've had yet. I have a feeling we're not going to be able to hear each other tonight.
Here's the good news. Word spread in the clubhouse that the Redhead section was wrapping up. Brandon Webb came out, my friend. We wanted to put the healing power of the Redhead section on you. How's that shoulder feeling?
I appreciate it. It's feeling good. Rehab's going well, and got some good expectations next year.
All right, my friend, have fun with all these wackos. The man who really got behind the Redheads, the CEO of the team, Derek Hall. Is this what you hoped it would be when you gave us the blessing? I know we're nuts, but you gave us the blessing.
Darren, it's more than I hope. This is what we hoped and more. These fans are great. They come out here each and every time. They've got their heads painted. They've got their faces painted. They've got costumes on. These are die-hard D-back fans. They're the Redheads.
Todd, Old Home Week, my friend. We have managed to do this. This is wild. Will you be the giver of the prizes, autographs, concert tickets? Will you just shower these folks tonight?
If you'll let me go back and put on a red shirt.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I can go change and come back?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I have a pair of Bonnie Raitt tickets just to prove my point, right? Can I do that right now?
Yeah, go get some tickets away. There you go, Grace. This kind of sums up what it's all about, isn't it?
That's what it's all about. I mean, these guys are going crazy. It's been a tough year, but don't tell these guys that. These are the real fans.
All right. How long do we have to go to break, by the way?
What?
All right. We got to go to break.
Oh, okay.
You guys ready to raise some hell tonight? I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, by the way, on television. The Diamondbacks going head-to-head with the Giants. It's the Redhead sections. It's the Racing Gracies. It's all after this. Southwest Airlines. Want to see what a real airline is like? Go to southwest.com, grab your bag. It is on. Beautiful evening in Phoenix, Arizona. High atop, looking down upon the gorgeous valley where baseball rolls on even in October. You see, when the season comes to an end, the Arizona Fall League is the destination for the likes Brian Augenstein. He tries to fine-tune for the likes of Brandon Allen. Cole Gillespie, Pedro Siriaco of the Diamondbacks will also be there playing for the club in Scottsdale. Look, the season opens October 13th at Scottsdale Stadium. You can arrive and get in for free with your Redheads t-shirt. Also on the 20th and the 27th, all Tuesday home games. Wear that Redheads t-shirt. Come out and see the future of all of Major League Baseball. You want to talk about the history? Talk about guys that have played in that league? You know, it was mentioned a moment ago. Can't forget Michael Jordan. He played in the Arizona Fall League. Albert Pujols, Prince Fielder. On it goes. And, of course, as we've mentioned, major leaguers Brian Augenstein and Brandon Allen. Come on out, enjoy big league caliber baseball in the Arizona Fall League. Matt Cain bringing the fastballs all throughout the ball game. Benji Molina said that's the way it's supposed to go. Then Molina will look to hit against Double D, the crafty lefty. All the action is next on a Redheads night right after this. Down on the diamond, Bruce Bochy again, his club now with Colorado going back to work. His club obviously needing to win out. Colorado beating San Diego 5-2 right now in the top of the third inning. But the destiny in the hands of the Rockies. San Francisco, I should say, all they can do is win out and hope for an awful lot of luck. They won last night, so let's take a look at the Blimpie starting lineup. Eugenio Velez, Andres Torres, Pablo Sandoval. It's Molina, it's Uribe, Paul Garco, Aaron Rowan, Kevin Franzen, and Matt Cain. Well, Doug Davis, does he have just a couple of more starts as a member of the Diamondbacks? Only time will tell. The ERA of 4.01. Last time out at San Diego, he went 6. He gave up 3. Plenty good enough, but a no decision, and his club eventually lost by a score of 6-5.
Well, Doug Davis has had in my opinion, a really good year, Darren. Doesn't have the wins and losses to show for it, but he's pitched much better than his numbers.
184 innings of work, and the defense working behind Doug tonight with Gerardo Parra, Chris Young, and Justin Upton. It's Mark Reynolds, Stephen Drew, Rusty Ryle, Brandon Allen, and Miguel Montero back behind home plate. He'll go to work with Doug Davis. Eugenio Velez to lead things off. And we want to thank those of you at home for opening up your homes and living rooms to all of us. We're glad you invited us. Let's play some baseball tonight. Doug Davis rocks and fires. And with that, a strike right down the middle. We are underway. Open air baseball. Didn't mention that with the crowd. One of the great parts of Chase Field as we head into the fall. Isn't it, Gracie?
I love it. It is fabulous. Can't believe this year's winding down, Darren.
Running out of time at home as well as that one dives down and away. 1-1 the count. There's your look. Obviously the camera out there at the redhead section. Everyone doing such a great job in piecing it together for the last couple of years. The 1-1. Bouncing ball. Fair ball. Past Mark Reynolds. On the move. Racing on around is Velez, and he is in there. Hugging the line, a Eugenio Velez on a roll and raises that average up above 273.
Mark Reynolds can't get to it. Right on the line and right in front of Kerwin Danley. Easy call. Mark Reynolds like, golly, what now?
So now Andres Torres. Torres in right field. Randy Wynn not getting the start, and Torres has hammered a left-handed pitching. And that's one of the reasons he's in there, hitting .339 against lefties. Only his second start in right field this year.
Maybe bunting, yeah.
That pitch is low. Well, they're looking for it, aren't they? Reynolds is in at third, Allen at first. Outfield very shallow.
I would imagine with Pablo Sandoval and right behind him, Benji Molina. Bruce Bochy just thinking one right now.
Bunting right through it. Bruce Bochy managing this ball game tonight. And Gracie, it was interesting last night. Like this is the final game of the season, and he has to win it.
Well, in his mind, it is.
Right.
I think in all these guys' mind, it is. It has to be. It was a must-win last night. They got it. Same goes for tonight.
Bouncing ball. That won't do it. Reynolds sets and fires. Mark throws on across. So Torres, they take the bunt off. And Torres hits a one-hopper to Mark Reynolds.
Well, really not the at-bat you're looking for there from Torres, pulling the ball easily to the left side of the diamond instead of the right side. So Doug Davis gets a big out there. Kung Fu Panda after he goes through his gyrations at home plate. He'll eventually step in and get an opportunity with a runner on second base instead of third.
Pablo Sandoval hitting .323, 22 homers, 80 batted in. He just had his bat broken by a cut fastball, and Kung Fu Panda's out. Doug Davis just hurt his feelings there. That started inner half and then rode way in with the cutter.
Boy, he got that right. Watch this ball just in right on the batting gloves of Pablo Sandoval. Boy, he flipped the bat back at the catcher Montero and the umpire Wally Bell. That's not going to go over too well.
So with 2 outs, here's Benji Molina with a runner on third. Benji back in there. We'll hear from Benji throughout the show. 18 homers, 75 batted in. And that one low. How far does it go? Runner coming home. Montero. Unbelievable. 1-0. Boy, you hate to have that happen. You do your job. You make a couple of great pitches. And with one pitch in the dirt, the Giants lead it.
Well, it's a fastball in the dirt. Doug Davis just bounced a fastball, got through the 5-hole, Miguel Montero. And boy, a freebie. So another ugly start here this evening for the Diamondbacks in the top of the first.
One 1-0 the count to Benji Molina. Pitches away, 2-0. Last 11 games certainly playing injured. The legs bothering him. Boatload of contusions up and down that forearm. Quad injury. We saw him with a limp around the bases with a big home run in San Francisco. That one is high and away. 3-0 the count. $17 hits in his career against Doug Davis. 17 for 44. Freddie Sanchez, Mike Cameron, the others with 17 hits, more than anybody else. So Benji has enjoyed his time against Doug. Boy, that'll drive a skipper wild. What just happened there? The 3-1 pitch. High pop-up. Chris Young eases over, closes up the gap, and puts it away. But a wild pitch scores the first run for the Giants. That's actually a lot of support recently for Matt Cain. Matt Cain getting ready to go. Must-win game. Tough assignment for A.J. Hinch and his crew. Let's take a look at the gentleman that will receive the assignment. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Chris Young, Stephen Drew, Justin Upton, Miguel Montero, Mark Reynolds at 99 runs batted in. Gerardo Parra, Rusty Ryle, there's Rusty, Brandon Allen, and Doug Davis. Matt Cain goes to work, 24 years old. Are you kidding me? Still just 24, and this is what he's done in the big leagues thus far this season.
It's like he's a veteran. Matt Cain been doing it a while now up in San Francisco.
And he's been doing it like that. A fastball misses away, 1-0 the count.
He's added a couple of decent off-speed pitches. The breaking ball as well as the changeup, Darren, has made him triply tough.
The 1-0. There's a breaking ball diving down and away. You talk about the usage of those pitches. Fastball down just a bit. There was a time when he was brand new in this league where he was over 70% fastballs. But all of those pitches just make his fastball better. There it is. Knew it was coming, but he placed it over the outside. And this is a gentleman certainly that you wouldn't call a young man with pinpoint command. He's walked 70. But he's managed to strike out twice as many, 155, and opponents hit just 229 against Matt Cain, a man out of Dothan, Alabama. Slider. 2-2 the count.
We're going to have to get on Chip Hale about that. He booted it.
Did he really?
He booted it. I mean, he kept it in front, and that's the fundamentally sound. You can see he's not happy with himself. Yeah, he kept it in front, but he booted it.
He did keep it in front, though.
Yeah.
You're going to get an out when you do that.
Nope, still got to get on him.
Yeah, that's a shame. Already out of the gates at 2-2. Nice take.
Pretty good pitch there from Cain. It was down. Somehow, some way, Chris Young was able to lay off of it.
Chris was 2 for 4 with the walk last night. Has 19 hits, 8 walks in his last 15 ball games.
Yep. We got him swing ball 4 strike 3.
An interesting reaction. He checked his swing, got upset, dropped the bat all in one fell swoop. This is not how you wanted it bat to end. So now Stephen Drew. Stephen, 5 hits in a middle of what he hopes is the beginning of a long hitting streak to end the season. He's hitting his last 4. He pops that one up. He's got a little bit of history against Matt Cain. Last year. This year. You notice changeup and breaking ball.
Change up and breaking ball. And the first pitch he saw was a fastball. There's the breaking ball. Hit hard. But right there is Kevin Franzen. 2 quick outs.
So Drew out front, 1 for 5 with a strikeout last night. And now Justin Upton. Upton 1 for 7 in career at bats against Matt Cain. Cain last time at home against Colorado, a loss. Obviously, it hurt because it was against the Rockies, a team they're chasing. Went 6, gave up 4 runs in that ball game, lost 4-3. That pitch is outside. And then there's Justin, 22 years old, 25 home runs, hitting .305. On base percentage this year of over .370.
Gas right down the middle and right by Justin.
Can't classify Cain as either a ground ball or a fly ball pitcher. Kicks just a little bit more towards the fly balls as he drops a nice slider over the outside. 1-2 the count. The way he goes about his business, though, he just always feels like he keeps the game moving. Well, he's got his walks. We told you that. Bouncing ball. Time for the out. Does an awful lot of strikes. Keeps the game moving along. Really has throughout his whole career against Arizona.
Of being in front of people and guiding them in a direction. What comes with that is a lot of responsibility, and it's not easy. It's painful at times. It's the ability to deliver tough news or have tough conversations and do it in a way that also draws somebody close to you. So I love the nature of the job.
Skipper A.J. Hinch was able to sit down for about 20-25 minutes today. Over the next couple of weeks, as the season comes to an end where it fits, we'll have his thoughts as he looks to the end of the season. But talk about leadership and tall tasks, that would be heading into the following season as Juan Uribe flies out to left field and Gerardo Parra runs it down. There they are, the seam heads.
Best fans in the business. I mean, there are some flat-out wackos out there tonight, Gary.
There definitely are. Hello? Hello, folks? Hello? There we go.
See, they hear you.
No, actually, they don't. I think they were surprised when Brandon Webb came walking down to hang out with them.
They loved it. How about the big boss?
The
Eric
big
Hall
boss
coming out. That was big league, by the way. Glad I invited him.
That was a good call. I know he said to you, can I be back in my seat for first pitch? And we said, if you run. And there he is. The big boss always happy when we manage to find him enjoying
A taco.
a good taco. It's a good way to
endear ourselves.
Yeah, he sees himself, by the way. He's got a monitor down there. Don't let him fool you. Monitor. The 0-2. That pitch is high. Look. So what are you thinking at home, folks, when you see that? Just kind of Brandon Webb.
There's Brandon Webb.
Look at all the racing Gracies.
I couldn't hear you. Where was the racing?
They were all
Gracies?
bouncing behind me.
Racing Gracies.
I tell you what, it was very exciting.
Thank everybody that wrote in and vehemently denied, as that one's back up the box. Easy ground ball that Doug Davis didn't get himself in defensive position. And it ends up being a base hit.
There they are, the Racing Gracies coming up.
Bobbleheads.
Look at there's like
Gracies. 4 of them.
And a bobblehead in a minor league uniform there. There's a little, look at that little redhead right there. There they are, the Racing Gracies, coming next year to Chase Field. There have been rumors that other former Diamondbacks will be involved. Don't believe it. There will be 4 different Mark Gracies.
No.
And it's going to be exceptional. That one is in. There, of course, will be Mark Grace, Chicago Cub Mark Grace, and unfortunately, that Racing Gracie will never win.
Kind of like
Theodore
Roosevelt in Washington, D.C.
The 1-0. Fouled off. There will be world champion Mark Grace in the purple uniform with a huge, massive ring on his finger as he runs. Well, that one might win sometime. And then there will be a little bit older Gracie in a suit and a tie, racing, the broadcaster holding a microphone, and he'll win too sometime. 3 Racing Gracies. There will be no other former Diamondbacks involved. High fly ball, Aaron Rowan, left field. Aaron is there, and the left fielder puts it away. Aaron Rowan is erased. Hitting just .214 this year. Now, here's what inspired us with regard to doing this. This is
our good friends over in the other booth.
Mike Krukow, Dwayne Kuiper, and I looked at that and I thought, what better thing to do at that point than to have 3 Racing Mark Gracies, or better known as the Racing Gracies.
It's a terrible idea, and there's Kruk and Kuip, very good friends of the show, 2 of the best in the business.
Boy, they certainly are, as that one is low.
They've been at it a long time together up in the Bay Area. Mike Krukow on your left, always flipping the baseball, former terrific pitcher.
Freddie Sanchez.
Dwayne Kuiper, also a second baseman for many years with the Cleveland Indians.
It's a great booth. Good men. We enjoy exchanging ideas. Two 2-0 the count. Kevin Franzen. Well, another injury last night to Freddie Sanchez. He tweaked his knee on a fly out that was coming back in from the outfield. Just horrible luck. Doug working on 3-0. That's in. That's ball 4. He just walked Franzen in 20 games, hitting .156. Well, when you look at what has to occur with these ball clubs, Colorado Rockies in their next 12 ball games, if they go 1-11 and the Giants go 5-7, that will force a 1-game playoff. If the Rockies go 6-6,
those numbers.
If the Rockies go 6-6, 10-2 is what the Giants have to do.
I'll tell you what, Colorado's in a slugfest right now with the San Diego Padres, the red hot San Diego Padres, by the way.
You bet.
They're tied at 6 in the 3rd inning in Colorado.
1-1 the count. Matt Cain, 8 hits this year, hitting .140. He's driven in a run as well. Outside. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Last time Doug pitched against the San Francisco Giants. August 29th in San Fran. 7 2/3, 3 earned runs allowed. No decision. The club lost the game 4-3. 2-2.
Double D even got his signs out there. Some good signs out there tonight, too, in the redhead section.
Perhaps my favorite message that was sent as that one misses outside, and we'll find him if he's not out walking looking for a beverage somewhere when he gets back, was the gentleman. By the way, those ladies, those gals, fabulous.
We love them.
The sisters from Eager, Arizona. One of their sisters ill, couldn't make it. They all came together. And you want to talk about baseball moms, baseball grandmas. I was spending some time with them. They said, look, you had no choice in our family. You played baseball or you were grounded. Moms made him play ball. High fly ball. Chris Young's got to get on his horse. Still racing. All the way around goes Matt Cain with the triple. He drives in a pair. Garco singles. Franzen hitting 156 is walked, and Matt Cain triples them both in. 3-0.
Oh, fastball down the middle, and Matt Cain catches Chris Young playing a little bit too shallow. Off the wall and a triple, and Matt Cain had 1 RBI coming into this evening this year. He's got 3.
First career triple for Matt Cain. That Matt Cain can run. As Eugenio Velez, you know, we were out there yesterday, and your old buddy, Sean Dunston. He's in big trouble with me.
Why is that?
Well, he challenged Matt Cain to a race next spring training, foul line to foul line.
Okay.
I'm taking Matt Cain. I think Matt Cain.
He's got a better chance of getting hit by a meteorite.
Sean or Matt?
Than beating Sean Dunston.
Oh, no. Matt wins that race.
I mean, okay, well, you want a little side bet on that?
Absolutely.
Okay. You and I are gonna. Well, you know what? I think the folks at home need to decide what this bet is.
That's fine.
Maybe. All right. How about this, Darren? How about you and I have a race foul pole to foul pole?
I don't want to race anybody.
Oh, come on.
That's not about that. It's about that man in the dugout.
Now, what makes you think Matt Cain can beat Sean Dunston?
I don't think I know.
What makes you think? What makes you know it then?
Because Sean is old.
Well, but Matt Cain's a pitcher.
But he's 24. Do you see him race around those bases there?
Sean Dunston.
That was the perfect chance for me to bring that up.
Sean. Don't let me down, Sean.
He's got no chance. Look, that's an athlete. He just hit a triple.
Well, he did hit a triple. You're right, but Sean Dunston was one of the fastest players in the majors
when he was young. But now, he's old. 1-2 the count. Doug Davis on 1-2. Did he go? Yes, he did. Miguel Montero with a strikeout. Well,
come on, Sean.
Matt Cain, it broke my heart for the Diamondbacks, no doubt, but it reinforced who will win the race in Scottsdale next spring.
Not a chance.
He's probably going to kill me that I brought that public.
Oh, you've been known.
3-0 the score. San Francisco on top of Arizona. Mark Reynolds will lead it off against the hard-throwing, fast-charging, speedy base-running Matt Cain. As the right-hander out of Dothan, Alabama, completes his warm-up tosses. Miguel Montero will hit before Mark Reynolds does. Miggy with 14 homers, 54 batted in. We're going to go ahead and at some point involve you in this lighthearted discussion that certainly is always fun whenever it involves a couple of folks down in either one of the dugouts. We thought you would want to guess who would win the race, Matt Cain or Sean Dunston. 36929, text A or B 36929.
Come on, Shaywan. Don't let me down. Don't let us position players down. Attaboy, Sean. I love you, buddy. Run fast.
And I love the way both you guys played the game. I loved our conversation that, well, you allowed me to be a part of in San Francisco. As that one has popped up off the bat of Miguel Montero. It was my treat because I used to watch you two guys a lot. Not when I was a kid. I'm not going to do that to you. When I was in college and an adult. Used to watch you guys play a lot. But now Father Time's caught up with Sean.
He's still a gazelle.
Good pitch. What about that 0-2 pitch? That's just a straight four-seam fastball,
right on
too.
the knuckles of Miguel Montero. You're right. It was a quality pitch.
But there's nothing like having a guy who understands as a coach how to teach the game. As that one is shot right back through the middle, base hit.
Tried to come right back in there, didn't he?
He was ready that time.
He was ready that time. He tried to double up inside on the 0-2 fastball. Got in there with the first one. It was fouled off. And then he tried to come right back in there. Now, there's the first one. That was bell tied, but watch the difference now. This one's a little bit more down towards the knees, and that's more a nitro zone for a left-handed hitter.
Mark Reynolds standing at 99 RBIs. You bet he's the sheriff of home run town. 359 on base, slugging .563, 43 home runs, and amongst third basemen to begin their career, we just continue to count for Mark Reynolds. The most by a third baseman in their first 3 seasons, and you see where he stands.
By the way, Eddie Matthews is a Hall of Famer. Bob Warner had 3 of the better seasons you'd ever see before injuries kind of derailed his career.
That one down the line to the corner. It goes off the wall. It rattles on around. Miguel Montero, come on down. Mark Reynolds, 100 RBIs on the season. For the first time since 2003, a member of the Arizona Diamondbacks has driven in 100.
Well, congratulations, Mark Reynolds. He picked out a fastball, rifled it down the left field line. And once it got past Eugenio Velez, Miggy, looking like Sean Dunston coming around the bases. Easily scores. And congratulations to Mark Reynolds. That is a great feat right there. A great milestone. 100 RBIs. And he's not even close to done yet, Mr. Sutton.
Yeah, he should get to 100 runs. He scored 92 of those. Let's see if he can get there in just a moment. And let's see if it's all part of a Diamondbacks comeback from 3-0. That one high. Reynolds will move up. That fastball certainly overthrown. And so Mark now at third, closer to scoring run number 93.
Well, Gerardo Parra was going to bunt. Pitch over his head. He took it and got away. Now he's no longer bunting with a guy on third. With the San Francisco Giants infield all playing back. Any ground ball is going to make it a 3-2 ball game, and it'll be another run scored for Mark Reynolds with just any kind of contact on the ground.
Defensively, you can see how they set up. Warm wind whipping throughout this ballpark, outdoor baseball, and it swung right through. 1-1 the count.
Not going to hit a ground ball chasing a letter high fastball from Matt Cain.
One and one the count. Mark at third. The 1-1. Bouncing ball. That will do it.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
93 runs scored, and bouncing back from a lot of questions a season ago. The errors, the strikeouts, resiliency, belief in himself. Here's Mark.
Yeah, especially after last year when all I heard about was the strikeouts and the errors, and I'm not a consistent enough player to play in the big leagues. I think I've silenced a lot of my critics. Obviously, I still have a long way to go, but I'm out here working my tail off every day, trying to get better, and hopefully, like I said, with experience and more knowledge of the game, I just keep getting better.
Oh, he's gotten a lot better. He was very good last year, Darren.
Absolutely.
He drove in 97 runs last year. That is terrific. And because he cares. And it's when he strikes out or when he makes an error, what he was talking about, and he heard about it. It got to him because he cares. He feels like when those things happen to him, he's actually letting the team down. It's not because he cares about himself. He cares that he's making his teammates or giving them opportunities to lose when that happens. And because he cares so much, he has bettered himself tenfold.
Rusty Ryle into right field. And the base hit for Ryle. 12th in the big leagues this year. Guys like that can't hide, as you see Rusty swing one more time.
Watch how he just lets the ball travel, stays inside, keeps his hands close to his belly button, and drives it over to the right side. Well, when you let the ball travel, you can still swat it the other way. That shows me that this kid can hit.
Talking to hitting coach Jack Howley, wants to see a little bit more out of this young man. What you're just speaking of. He feels like maybe trying to prove too much when he struggles for a couple of games. Instead of letting it travel, he finds himself out front, hooking the ball quite a bit.
Well, he's such a big guy, a big, strong kid. He doesn't have to pull the ball to hit home runs. He can hit home runs to center field. He can hit them to left center field. It's a good breaking ball there from Matt Cain to even the count.
Now that's a different look. He throws the slider, as you see the mentionables there for Allen. But he throws the harder slider. That one's more in the mid-80s. His slow curveball is about 10 miles an hour slower than the slider.
And then he gets some gas upstairs. And that ball was in the mitt before Allen reacted. That's just good pitching right there, Darren. Slow him down and then speed him up.
135 starts including tonight, and again he's still just 24 years old. Hot shot, he pulled that one with effect. Picked on an off-speed pitch. Come on down, says Chip Hale. He is in there. Allen with an RBI.
Kudos to Chip Hale right there. He did a great job of reading a poor decision from Andres Torres in right field. He hooks that ball down the line of changeup, and the cutoff play is for the plate. Rusty's coming all the way. The cutoff play was for the plate. They had a double cut set up, but Torres came in and threw the ball to second base. Nobody was home. Chip Hale read that and brought Rusty Ryle all the way. Good stuff there from the third base coach.
Redheads enjoying it out there as we saw them just a moment ago, and now Doug Davis. When you could see Chip reading the play, as you said, Gracie, making the decision last minute, because as he waved Rusty, he almost had to get out of the way of Rusty. He was so busy reading that play.
Absolutely. So a mistake there by the young right fielder. Andres Torres ties the ball game up.
Star by the third base coach there for that decision. Doug Davis chases away. This is what you're talking about, by the way.
The throw comes into second, but nobody's home. Nobody's home, so finally, Chip like, yeah, applaud yourself there, Chip. Attaboy. Good read.
All right, Doug Davis, 7 hits this year, 3 runs batted in.
Speaking of meteorites.
0-2 the count. Hang in there.
Doug chased one about 1.5 feet outside and then about 1.5 feet up. They can throw strikes, Doug.
I'm hanging in there with you, Doug.
Look down. He's getting squatted down, getting in his 2-strike stance. I like it. He had a better chance of getting hit by a meteorite.
It's 3, I think.
3, Dougie.
Yep.
Yeah. It's Chris Young's turn. Wally Bell can only chuckle. When you get your doors blown off like that, you don't want to stay around the home plate area. You just want to go back to the dugout. Go ahead, rest a little bit, get ready to pitch top of the 3rd inning.
See Miguel Montero hold up 3 fingers to Doug.
That's okay, Dougie.
He'll be just fine. His mates have picked him up. Chris Young will pick him up. Well, they continue a wild one in Denver. The Rockies just took the lead now 7-6 in the 4th inning. Unbelievable. Pretty good pitch. That one is called high. Some bad news in the Central Division in the American League. If you're a Twins fan, great news if you're a Tigers fan. Detroit goes out on the road at Cleveland, wins 3-1. Minnesota goes to Chicago. They're leading in that one 8-5. The lead there is 2.5 games. Bouncing ball, foul ball.
Yeah, Miguel Montero. Look, he's holding up 3. That's, he's telling Doug they just passed a new rule. You get 3 strikes. Doug didn't get the memo. That's okay.
The first person to make fun of himself about that, the best part about it is Doug.
He's the best about that. You're right.
Kane steps off. 3-3 the score.
That's the refreshing part of being around Doug. He's very humble about that kind of stuff. Doesn't have a thin skin bone in his body.
Popped it up in the infield. Young is erased, but not before Mark Reynolds reaches 100 and a couple of RBIs follow. Double D, new life.
Todd Walsh back here at Chase Field. 3-3 your score, top of the 3rd. And Darren, take it when you need it, but we're hanging out here in your section, the redhead section, as you know. and I have made my wardrobe change to blend in. But because of that wardrobe change, I need some help. Do you mind if I just do something real quick here?
No, take it, baby.
This is my friend Joe, and I believe his lovely wife Ann. He's about to turn 82 years young. He's keeping score. Joe, who's your wife's favorite player?
Stephen Drew.
Can she hold this autograph ball from Stephen Drew for just a second? Thanks, Ann. I appreciate that. Joe, I missed the first three guys in the first inning. What did Velez, Torres, what did they do?
For them or us?
The Giants.
Okay, Velez got a double.
Okay.
Torres went out 6-3.
Missing a double right now, as a matter of fact. Could be three. Hold that thought there, Joe. That's a stand-up. You might want to flip your scoreboard there. Well,
right out to center field.
Center field, okay, not that great. All right, well, happy birthday, and tell your wife, Ann, to enjoy that baseball, okay?
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Ann. Okay, but I want to turn over here real quick, guys. I promised concert tickets. We already gave away Bonnie Raitt. What's your name?
Carl.
And what's your name?
Johnny.
You guys are here together?
Oh, yeah.
Are you related or are you here together?
We're brothers.
Brothers. Okay, and you're rock and roll fans?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You know who the Red Rocker is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Who's that? Sammy Hagar. And you know what he's doing now, right?
Rocking and rolling.
It's right. And he's doing it with Chicken Foot.
Yeah.
Michael Anthony, Chad Smith, Joe Satriani. Nice. So what I'd like to do, I'm going to give you 2 tickets to see Chicken Foot at the Dodge Theater on the 23rd. But here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
You cannot go to that show unless you are dressed just like you're dressed tonight. Will you do that for me?
You got it. You know what? For the D-backs, it's done.
And for all of us in the redneck section, I'm going to predict here comes a run. Sorry, guys.
That's all right. No, Todd.
I'm going to predict something. I've interviewed Sammy Hagar before. He's one of the nicest guys in entertainment, in rock and roll. If he sees you guys out there
looking like this,
I'm thinking maybe Sammy is going to say something to you somehow. So I don't want to promise something like that, but just you guys think maybe I'm right on this?
I think you're right on the button.
Okay. All right, you guys enjoy yourselves. Just keep yelling out the Red Rocker and all that stuff. Okay. Sammy, I got to check it. Joe, thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate that.
Hey, thank you.
A triple and a run just scored. I got to get back to Joe. All right, guys, we'll send it back to you. We'll come back here later. More prizes.
Todd, awesome.
Wait a minute. Here comes a foul ball. The Redheads. Get over here.
Look at that.
I love it. Darn it.
I think Sammy Hagar's going to call security, but at least he'll be in for a little while.
I think those same 2 guys need to enjoy the Kenny Loggins concert. Loggins and Messina.
Oh, no.
I don't think so.
No. Plenty of good seats available.
Popped up, right side, Brandon Allen. And Benji Molina is retired.
Chicken Foot. That's big league.
How about showing up? You help out in the community. A slice of the pie goes to, D-backs charities. You get a discounted ticket. You get a red T-shirt. And then you get concert tickets when you come as well.
Todd Walsh playing Santa Claus down there.
Oh, he's not done. He has got
he's just
basket
beginning.
full of stuff.
He's just beginning. You're right.
Line drive. There's Westy, and there's a double play. Fox Sports Arizona presents Diamondbacks Baseball, brought to you by Triple Hops Brewed Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling. Back at the ballpark, Chase Field, and ready to go back to work. Matt Cain against Stephen Drew. Fastball over the outside corner, strike one. 0-1 the count. Stephen grounded out to second base on a changeup. Off-speed pitch back in the first inning. Right in on the hands, fights it off, strong enough to earn himself a line drive and a base hit. A very humble, but he'll take it. 5-game hitting streak. Folks are weighing in, and they're saying Sean Dunston.
That's it. Way to go, folks. Get him, Shawan. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna get with him. He lives up in Fremont, out just north of the Bay Area there. I'm gonna give him a nice workout regimen. Have him stride it out a little bit. He's more of a quarter horse, so I'm worried about the distance.
Well, as you should be.
So I'm gonna lengthen him out a little bit.
Here's Justin Upton. And again, just to remind you as we update throughout the evening, yesterday in a lighter moment, we happened to stumble upon, I'll admit, a bit of eavesdropping I was doing, the fact that Sean Dunston challenged Matt Cain to a foot race. Now, Sean made it clear we can't do it now because I'd be fired if I had you injured heading into this stretch run. I'd be no longer a coach for the Giants. Be heading back to college. So that'll take place next year. Look at those fancy shoes he has. Boy, that'll make him fast.
He was always nicknamed Shoes.
Boy, Gracie.
He was one of the original Shoes. Trust me.
I mean, those are really fancy.
Those are fancy.
Holy cow.
No, that's nothing compared to what he used to wear when he played.
It's like a fast food bag. Goodness gracious. A dozen tacos inside those shoes. Popped up to the right side. Poor Shawnee. Thompson gives us a great interview. Opens up his heart to us.
Sure.
Then I do this to him. This is the thanks he gets from me. Speaking of tacos, anytime the Diamondbacks score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell's giving away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6, or show up wearing those. And the same thing will occur.
I got your back, buddy.
That one is fouled off. One and two, the count. Justin Upton drives it deep left center field. Turned again. Goes. It's down. Bouncing high up and over the wall. There's a break for the Giants.
Yeah, that's a bad break for the Diamondbacks. A very good break for Matt Cain and the Giants. Matt Cain starting to get some pitches up, Darren. And this is another changeup. That is just center cut. Justin Upton rips it. About 400 feet on a hop and into the stands. That saves a run, but Miguel Montero now an opportunity. Second and third, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the third.
And Miggy, he singled and scored back in the second inning. Remember, he scored the 100th run batted in by Mark Reynolds on a ball that rattled around in the triangle out there in the corner and left.
Nice breaking ball to jump ahead. Once again, conceding the run are the San Francisco Giants. So any ball on the ground, Stephen Drew, with any kind of jump, he'll tie the ball game.
0-1 the count. Runners on second and third. Outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Miguel was off yesterday. You can see what he has done with runners in scoring position. In all likelihood, he'll be in there again tomorrow against left-hander Jonathan Sanchez. If what he and his manager were discussing today is accurate, but Miguel has earned the right to play against left-handed pitching.
Doggone right. He's hit them better than right-handers.
Hangs in there nicely. Doesn't have the slugging numbers lefty on lefties, but few do if they're able to hang in there. At that point, it's not about driving it in the gap. It's just about base hits. Speaking of base hits, there's a big one because not just one, but 2 runs will score. And right back come the Diamondbacks. Well, we talk about a slugfest in Denver. There's a good old-fashioned brouhaha here at Chase, 5-4.
By every mistake that Doug Davis and Matt Cain make. These offensives from both sides. There's another thigh-high middle of the plate breaking ball. Miguel Montero does a really nice job of just taking what the pitcher gives you. Don't try to pull it. Just go right over the shortstop's head and drive in 2. So the excellent year for Miguel Montero continues. Miguel Montero now hitting .298. Darren Sutton. There's something to play for.
Yeah, hitting .300 as Waldis Joaquin warms in the pen. Our Geico quote. Mark Reynolds, national article today in USA Today written by Bob Nightingale. Mark, and I quote, "The thing that drives me is knowing that this organization has nothing invested in me. I took a chance on a kid at AA because everyone else was hurt. I was lucky enough to stick around, but I also know that somebody is working just as hard as I did trying to get my job."
Well, once again, that's just a kid that gets it, understands. Every year you got to go out and earn your job. I mean, every year. Yeah, there's guys like Albert Pujols and A-Rod and those guys. Yeah, they're going to be there, but these guys, not even in his 3rd full season, Darren, he understands he's got to go out and make it happen. He wasn't one of those hot shot 1st-round picks. He had to earn his way here.
Fouls that one off.
He got a hanging slider there.
Well, and he's so right when he talks about a couple of years ago in 07, when in fact Brian Barden was hurt, Augie Ojeda was hurt, and after those two in AAA were hurt at the time, the Diamondbacks tried to make a trade. Then they finally said, okay, I guess we have to bring up Mark Reynolds.
No, just patch him in there for a week and we'll wait for somebody to get healthy.
Chases away. And it was because, I should have said this in the beginning, if you folks remember, Chad Tracy was hurt.
Chad Tracy got hurt, exactly. Well, 1 week turned into a couple more weeks. Next thing you know, he's putting up MVP type numbers.
Here's Gerardo Parra. Grounded out, but that plated a run back in the 2nd inning. And that's all it took. It was Mark scoring for the 93rd time this year. 57 runs batted in. Casey McGee of Milwaukee has 61 RBIs. Parra's 57, number 2 in the National League amongst rookies. That one is belted. He may have just added to the total. Deep to the wall. That one high up and over. It got out of here.
That's a home run. Sure.
Touch them all for Gerardo Parra. A home run.
Yeah, get that glove off of me.
My question is, was it? Because you could hear it hit. You could hear the rattling of the chain link out there that is above the pad. Go ahead, Gracie. Sorry.
Marty Foster, the first base umpire, signaled home run. That's why Gerardo Parra kept going. Now you see, this one might be, we might get a replay here.
We're going to do our best to show you our replays. There is a metal box right above it that would have a similar sound that chain link would have below it.
Yep, that is, I don't think that's a home run. I think it hit in that little area right in here. All right, we're going to the replay booth.
I never saw it disappear. See, When you watch it in front of the yellow line, still in front, still in front, still in front of the yellow line.
That's not a home run.
Still in front of the yellow line, still in front, and then it hits that, and that's the sound that I heard. We both looked down, saw the umpire. That's why we initially jumped, okay, home run. But we get used to in this park race, I don't know if you do this, I get used to listening, and that sound was the fence.
Now, Darren, because there was a runner on first base, how do they denote where Miguel Montero, does he score or does he stay at third base here?
Now, if they rule it a ground rule double, which...
Well, it's not.
I know. That's a very good question. Now, that's a huge part of the judgment call. By the way, the umpires are in replay. The umpires are in replay right now looking at this one.
And the umpires are doing a great job getting together. Their job is to get the call right. And they're going to get this call right. The right call is this is a double. But now the big choice is, what do you do with Miguel Montero, the runner that was on first base?
Over the padding, off the metallic link part there below the yellow line.
And
they'll
you can see also just how emphatic Aaron Rowan, the center fielder, was that no, that's not a home run.
At no point does it disappear beyond that yellow. That's why that yellow's there. Umpires down in the replay room, still looking at this one. Now, they don't look at, different than other sports where they're just looking at the home telecast. This video is coming from New York. Now, they're going to call out Bruce Bochy, and I would imagine, Gracie, this may be about, if they're not going to call it a homer, where they're sending the base runners.
That's exactly right. I don't think Bochy's real happy with the explanation he's getting. I think they're going to allow Miguel Montero the run and call it a double. Okay, there's the right call. Miguel Montero has to go back to second base. Oh, I'm sorry, Gerardo Parra has to go back to second base. Now AJ wants to hear what's going on.
Now Matt Cain is done. Let's listen. This is the noise that we're talking about that we heard. That's that metal fence.
That's exactly right. And really no vehement. I think right now I think they're going to keep the run. Meanwhile, Bruce Bochy's made a pitching change. Matt Cain is no longer around.
Matt Cain is gone from this ball game. The score will adjust back. Another run.
Parra's going to have to go back to second base. Now it's just a matter of, we need the explanation about Miguel Montero.
Yeah.
Is he at third, or does his run count?
He's not been called back out.
So I'm assuming his run counts.
Wally Bell took a look into that dugout. Home plate umpire
he just announced a new pitcher.
Announced a new pitcher, but they have not called the run back in, so that makes it 6-4. 6-4 is the score.
Yeah, I think the run counts. So yeah, it's 6-4 now, Darren.
There you go. Well, at that point, it's a judgment call. It's
right.
It's not a ground rule double at all.
And that's why I'm glad we have instant replay, Darren, because they got this call 100% right. They got the call right as far as the double is concerned, and they also got the call right. Miguel Montero would have scored.
Waldis Joaquin on for the 7th time. You know, so much was made when it first was introduced, and the discussions and the polls and the back and forth that we all had. But like taking a walk in a Sunday afternoon park for these guys. They saw it, they did it. All right, let's get together, let's go look. The technology's easy. Well done, gentlemen. Wally Bell, Marty Foster, Angel Campos, and Kerwin Danley.
And Marty Foster originally at first base called the ball a home run, but kudos to him. He's like, okay, let's all get together, let's do this, let's get this call right. And they did. And I don't think it's going to take any extra time by doing that, because now with that home run call, it would have been a rhubarb. Bruce Bochy would have been out there arguing. Now if the call's reversed, here comes AJ. He's going to get it, and it saves ejections. It saves all that. Bottom line is they got the call right, and they did it in a quick fashion. And there's Rusty.
There he is, and you can't argue with technology. By the way, with the double, tacos tomorrow.
Yes!
Taco Bell, head on over, buy yourself a large drink, and thank Gerardo Parra when you get your 3 free tacos between 4 and 6. Wear your fanciest shoes.
I got your back, Sean.
The 0-1. That one bounces in there. But 1-1 the count.
Sean was one of the original shoes.
Well, that's good news.
Matter of fact, we used to call him shoes. We used to call him wristbands.
Did you now?
Oh yeah, he used to have the 6 or 7 gold chains hanging out the uniform. Oh yeah, he was big league. Well, he wasn't.
1-2 the count.
Everything
better
I loved in a ball player.
The better parts of the conversation that I was fortunate enough to have with Gracie and Sean Dunston, we are putting together into a beautiful feature and appropriately airing it in Chicago, where you two played so well together. So tune in for that on the award-winning post-game show, as that one is in. Hope we win some awards someday. Haven't yet. Don't tell the folks from Quest that.
No,
we'll win some awards for
do
them.
that.
Boy, great partners. 2-2 the count. Pulls that breaking ball. It's foul. We'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Giants. 6 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Diamondbacks. Both teams have stranded 1. And causing him to step off, no doubt about it.
What are we going to do about that off-center hat?
Is that distracting you?
I mean, where's he looking? Hello?
Keeping him turned right to the plate. Whoa.
You gotta be kidding me.
Inside, that one sails. 3-2 the count. So for you, if you were the skipper of that club, that you wouldn't enjoy that.
No, he just wouldn't pitch for me until he put it on correctly.
It is interesting.
It's awful.
Which is another way to put it.
This is the big leagues, man.
The 3-2. Fouled it off. When it rattles around over there, and unfortunately another drop down below. He's a great rider for MLB.com covering the Diamondbacks, but Steve Gilbert again embarrassing himself over there.
Leave Gilbert alone.
He kicked it again. That was just awful.
The 3-2. That one is fouled off. There he is. Steve didn't drop that one. He can write. He covers a team like it's nobody's business. He is an insider beyond belief.
He's got terrible hands.
He has grown MLB.com here locally. Record proportions. But boy, he is a tough defender. And when I mean tough, I mean terrible.
He's a sieve.
The 3-2. Did he? That's a walk.
Pretty good at bat there by Rusty Bryle to draw the walk. Brandon Allen now going to get a chance. There we go.
Now we're talking.
Did they bring him out there? Did we have any cowbells out there, Dan?
Oh, absolutely. Well, you encouraged it.
There it is. I love it when you go to the cowbell, Darren.
Now, they're out there. They asked for it. Here's Brandon Allen. Over the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Well, here's the bottom line, Gracie. At this point in the season, with this Diamondbacks club, unfortunately, at 65-86, if we were serious every step of the way, well, I wouldn't watch. So we have to have a little bit more cowbell.
I got a fever.
I got a good doctor for you. Hang on. Oh, not. Oh, for the.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize what you meant there. A lot of redheads out there.
I'll tell you what, there are a lot of natural, beautiful redheads out there.
Little ones, too. There's some little ones. The 1-1. Change up, nice take. Now that's the sign of a guy not always looking to hook every pitch. Jack wants to see more of it. Now, what Jack's talking about, there's nothing wrong with the double he hit back in the second inning.
No, not at all. It was a change up, stayed up, and he just hooked it down the right field line.
The 2-1. Down the line, letting it travel, going the other way. Now, won't that make his hitting coach proud? Brandon Allen adds another. And the Diamondbacks add on. The score 7-4 Arizona. Boy, that was beautiful.
Well, he's doubled down the right field line. He's now sliced a single down the left field line. That's a good pitch. Darting low and away, and he just drives it the other way. Well, what got into this lineup tonight?
Well, the hot winds of Arizona are whipping through the ballpark. Maybe that's helping a little bit. This game meant to be played outdoors, and it's being played outdoors finally after the weather of the hot summer's relenting enough. It's a warm and windy night. Doug Davis drops down a beauty. Everybody's going to be safe as it skitters right on by Joaquin. On the first day of fall, a little bit of Halloween right around the corner there for Joaquin.
Well, a good firm bunt down the third base side. Joaquin tried to barehand it, couldn't make the play. Diamondbacks a big opportunity now to kick this thing open. You know, I think Joaquin might have gotten somebody out by now. I think he's just headed in the wrong direction. He's following his hat.
Oh, I see where you're going with that. Quite sure where he's going with it, but I see where you're going. Young fouls that one off.
It's just a little awry.
It is a tad askew as that man putting the ball game in the hands of Mr. Joaquin. It's rare when you see Matt Cain. I mean, you have to understand this, folks. Matt Cain, this is his 31st start of the year. He's gone 6 more innings in 28 of his first 30.
Don't be swinging at that, Chris. Got a little bit over anxious there.
The Giants, when they've needed them the most, have had struggles, unfortunately, in the last outing from Tim Lincecum and now from Matt Cain. Diamondbacks went through that a bit near the end last year with Dan Herron and Brandon Webb. Both guys, though, both years, huge seasons. Just a tough time to stumble. Pitches away to the backstop. It goes. A run will score. Another one, that is. 8-4. Arizona on top. And his teammates have high fives. As if you look at the ball go to the backstop, you'll see in just a moment, there's Rusty. The pride of Oklahoma State.
Still just one out.
Bumgarner warming in the bullpen. Madison, the big left-hander, 20 years young.
Mercy.
A couple of big left-handers out there. Well, actually 3, as that one is fired. There's another one. He's a little bit older than the 20-year-old.
Pretty big.
Dan Runsler, who threw last night, started an A ball. Big left-handed pitcher. Bumgarner warming, and Randy Johnson pitching out of the bullpen. The 2-2 inside. 3-2 the count. Well, peeking in from the redhead section behind the 6'10" Randy Johnson. Not a bad seat out there over his shoulders, is it?
He's not used to sitting out in the bullpen, I would imagine.
Infield in for the Giants. That's high. It's ball 4. On a night when you see a struggle from Matt Cain, you remind yourself that Tim Lincecum just did the same. And then the thought takes you to, boy, timing tough for the Giants. You can see how solid that 1-2 punch is. Dan Herron's made it clear to all of us he has missed the 1 in his 1-2 punch. And of course is Brandon Webb, redhead for the night. Well, Bruce Bochy's going to come out.
Well, he can't afford to let Joaquin continue to struggle out there. Walks, hits, wild pitches, you name it. These are all must-win games for Bruce Bochy.
This ball game was flying along until just a moment ago.
No, it really wasn't.
So we'll step aside, catch our breath, and enjoy what we've seen.
To the pitching change, I'd like you to say hello and meet my new friend Brittany, who is attending her very first Major League Baseball game. Brittany, I talked to you earlier. You don't have a favorite player yet, do you?
No, not yet.
I have a suggestion, okay? What I'd like to do is give you this autographed photo of Dan Herron, okay? And I'm going to suggest to you that he be your favorite player. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so go home, get this frame, put it on the wall in your room, and then like 10 years from now, remember that at your first game ever, you got an autographed photo of your favorite player. And I promise you, you will never forget tonight, okay?
Okay.
How about a big hand for Brittany? This is a family out here, Darren. It's just going on. Thanks, Brittany. Have fun.
Okay, thank you.
Brittany.
I'm glad you found her, Todd. I was hoping we'd get her down early on, and we couldn't find her. And so thank you, my friend. She deserves that love. Matt Whiteside takes over at catcher, or Eli, I should say, Whiteside. It's not the first time I've done that. And Madison Bumgarner goes to work. Madison going to work for just the 3rd time in the big leagues this season. He's 20 years and 38 days old. And when he made his Major League debut, the 4th youngest Giants pitcher of all time to do so.
the big man with the long name.
I want to talk about some numbers that he has put up thus far. First round pick in 2007. Good fastball. It's fouled back.
Well, that was the one to hit right there. The one right down the middle belt tie. First pitch fastball with the bases loaded. Hate to miss those.
In 2 minor league seasons, this young man has gone 27-5 with a 1.65 ERA. And the numbers don't stop there as he fires that one. Steven, a high fly ball beat you. Torres makes the play, tagging, heading home is Allen. Another run. That is 9, and for Drew, an RBI. That's 59. The Diamondbacks lead it 9-4. So now Justin Upton.
That's all it takes right there for Stephen Drew.
Bumgarner was called up from Double-A Connecticut. Made his jump to the big leagues. Justin right down the middle, strike one, 0-1 the count. Pitch is high. Madison out of North Carolina, Hickory, North Carolina. .64", 215. Boy, he looks bigger than that. Good slider off speed pitch. Justin misses at 1-2 the count. Fires that one outside. 2-2 the count. Diamondbacks looking to, in some way, shape, or form, play the role of spoiler. This is one of the first hints of it we've seen. On a night where a wild one is going on in Denver. The Rockies winning 7-6 over San Diego in the 6th. That one fought off and fouled off. Justin grounded to short, doubled and scored. The 2-2. Bouncing ball into center field. It's a base hit.
Come on, Doug. Come on, Doug. Well.
Yep.
No.
Gotta be careful now.
Matt Cain could definitely beat Doug Davis.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
But not Sean Does.
I would disagree with that.
Yeah, Lorenzo Bundy telling Justin, well, you kind of got sentenced to Doug Davis on second there.
Well, in case you've just joined us, we're just about really only getting started.
Yeah, we're already in the third inning.
Third inning. Broken bat, popped up. And there's what's going on with the Rockies. Bob Deems is tonight's 30-30 prize winner. He wins a beautiful Troon golf package for renewing his season tickets for 2010. Renew yours now for a chance to win great prizes. And the 2011 All-Star Game tickets are still out there as well. For more info, go to dbacks.com/STH. Oh boy, I have a big announcement coming up a little bit later on.
What do you got?
I just saw
you got to let me in on it.
I can't tell you.
Come on.
0-1 the count. You see that maple bat shatter, by the way?
I did. I didn't like it. I'm just glad nobody got hurt or maimed.
Did you see our fan out there that has a maple bat stuck through his head?
Yes. Yes.
It'd be a Bumgarner to have one of those hit you in the seats. Pop foul and into the seats it goes. We'll find him at some point. There is a gentleman out there who
there he is
part of a maple bat injury.
So no to maple bats. I mean, look what happens when you use maple right through your noggin.
Look at that.
That's beautiful. Buzz tails.
Talk about the back glove too.
I love it. People paying attention.
Oh, and 2 the count. Miguel Montero. Four, 5, and 0 for the Giants. 1 left on. 9, 11, and 0 for the D-backs. And also 1 left on. Diamondbacks need to add on. As that one is fouled off. Look at that play. Clean, solid, great form. Chappelle could learn a bit. Greg Heck out there.
Who's down the left field line? We got a beautiful female.
That's Marty. Marty Abathira is out there making all the plays. Our Golden Glovers tonight.
Now, good left-hander. That was hooked down the right field line.
And the play is made out there. And hauled in by Torres. What a big one for the Diamondbacks. They score 6.
Footage of U2 last time they were in Glendale a couple of years ago, and that brings up a point, guys. I hope you can help me out. U2 coming to town October 20th, and we told you yesterday as part of our last pregame show of the year, we have a pair of tickets to give away to see U2 on that show. But as you saw, hopefully, you have to be a follower of mine on Twitter. And I'm going to turn to my new friend, Norma. That's right?
Yes.
I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you. I couldn't do a thing with it this morning.
The Lucille Ball thing is really beautiful.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate
How
that.
many people can pull that off? Listen, we're trying to give away U2 tickets, actually, to be the right to be a contestant on my pregame show, to win U2 tickets. The only way that you can do it is to be a follower of mine on Twitter. Do you Twitter?
I do.
So would you please sign up and follow me? Because then you could be in the pool of possible contestants.
Absolutely. I will do that.
So it's Walsh Todd. Go to twitter.com. You know do that, right?
Yeah.
I started today with 380 followers, which is modest. Actually, it's insulting. So if I can add you to the list?
Absolutely.
Here's how it's going to go. Guys, tomorrow night during the game, I will mention at random times a lyric or two from a specific U2 song. When you identify that lyric, you will have to tweet me what the song is. It correctly. The first person that does that correctly will be our contestant on Friday night for a chance to win tickets to see U2. Did you follow me, guys?
We heard all of that.
We heard.
You dropped for 1 second.
Yep.
We didn't miss a word.
So we're looking forward to that. And for helping me out here, Norma, I'm going to give you this autographed ball. The problem is, I'm going to show this to you in a second, guys, after this pitch. I have no idea whose autograph this is. So I'm going to give this to you. You can pretend that it's
Max Scherzer.
Okay.
Max Scherzer.
We think it's Max Scherzer.
No, we know. We know.
Excellent.
We have confirmation.
You know what? It is. There's an X. See the X? Let's see if we can bring this back. There is an X and an S.
He writes like a closer.
So
No, he's not a doctor, then.
he's not a doctor. No, not our X, Matt. So, okay, so you're going to be one of my followers.
I will do that.
And you like U2.
I do. Love
You might hear a random lyric at some point during the game, and then you will tweet me.
I will do that.
And if you're first, you will be a contestant.
All right.
The pool is now at 381 or something.
I might have
Shameful.
some friends, by the way, that I can.
Will
Yeah.
you like retweet for me?
I will.
Adding to the list. Okay, guys, thank you. Norma's hanging out. Maybe we'll have more followers by tomorrow.
Well done, Todd.
No logins in Messina.
That's terrible. Fouled off.
Plenty good seats available.
That's enough out of you guys.
By the way, I've already picked out the song and the lyrics, and I think I'm going to stump you guys. This is going to be for someone who knows U2, is into it. It's not a classic old song. It's not a new song. It's in the middle. But I'm going to drop it on you, and I think it's going to go right over your heads.
Like that one goes right over their heads and into left field for a base hit. I'm pretty sure it'll go right over mine.
I'm not going to say something like, guys, what are you doing on New Year's Day? That's just not going to work.
No?
No. I'm not going to tell you that I'm not working on Sunday, Bloody Sunday. I won't say that.
It's not going to be that easy.
No.
Our Aflac trivia question, Grace, you're going to love this one.
Is that denial Aflac?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Told get it in. Name the last National League team to finish with the best record in the major leagues and win the World Series. The last National League team to finish with the best record in the big leagues and win the World Series. Got it?
Nope.
Well, I think that's a very good question. And as that one is belted left field. Going back, that is ball still going. He's got it. So Rowan is erased. Diamondbacks, by the way, plating 6 runs in the 3rd inning. The most runs they scored in an inning this year was 7 on August 28th against Houston. The 6, now the most they've scored in an inning since. It just hasn't been big pickings. 7 hits, by the way, the most hits they've had in an inning as well all year. There's a strike right down the middle.
That's Ryan Garco, but he's wearing Brad Penny's helmet.
He does have Brad's helmet. Well,
I'm surprised that he would do that, because I would be afraid if I wore a pitcher's helmet, it would make me hit like a pitcher.
why is that, Gracie? Penny for your thoughts.
That's good. I like that. I just never used a pitcher's bat.
Busted Upton is there to make the play for the out. Our Quest high-speed internet, high-speed pitch. All of our good friends with Quest, taking care of all of our post-game programming when we're out on the road as well. Matt Cain, 93, got to 93. Double D has got up above his average. He's touched 87.
Wow. Doug's healthy tonight.
Eli Whiteside came on, part of the double switch earlier. You really think a pitcher's gear would rub off that negatively on you?
Oh, yeah.
Really? What if a pitcher...
They got a base hit, so it can't be too bad. Brad Penny can hit a little bit.
You bet he can. I'd imagine that's a pretty good size helmet, too. Big fella.
Brad Penny, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Big fella. Good sized melon.
How I'm gonna guess that's about a 7 3/4.
Ryan Garco looks like he's got a pretty decent sized cranium as well. That might have gone over pretty well in Milwaukee with you and Bill Schroeder.
A couple of bucket heads we were.
The Buckethead Brigade, I think you guys called yourself.
That's right. It's
kind of like the Redheads out here, right?
Very similar. Very similar.
Gotta throw some strikes, Doug.
3-0 the count. Oh, there's our good friend. He uses that word as well. Got in trouble from the lovely Audrey Rose when he would use it. Our good. Isn't it good to see him back now as a fan?
Yeah.
Joe Garagiola and his lovely wife here in attendance. 3-1 the count. Over the weekend, in case you missed it, our broadcast wing has now become Joe's, and deservedly so. Bearing his name outside of our booth, as that one is a strike. 3-2 the count. And as we walk to work each and every day, we are reminded of the accomplishments of a man that paved the way for so many of us, and also a man that entertained for so long so many of us around the world, not just with baseball. And he's in better health now. Bouncing ball and gobbled up there in time for the out. Rusty Ryle makes the play. Double D works right through it. Good to see you, Joe. Even more than that. Be a question. Best record, winning the World Series the last time it happened. Mark Reynolds to lead things off. And it's our Gila River Casinos hit and win inning. Hit the sign here in the 4th inning. You're looking at $750,000. As that one is swung right through. $760,000. Mark swings right through it. 0-2 the count. What a great deal that is. The jackpot grows by $10,000 every time the prize goes unclaimed. For official rules, visit dbacks.com/hit-and-win or winGilaRiver.com inside. Racy, it could happen this inning. $760,000 to a lucky fan.
You calling it right here?
Why not?
This pitch?
Why not? Well,
I'm sorry, Mark. Darren does that to a lot of people.
Mark Thompson of Santan Valley is the one who is pulling for that.
Breezy tonight.
Very breezy night. We've been talking about the different redheads that come on out to the section. passionate fan, but there are also some redheads. And we encouraged one who is one of our favorites, spending time in our booth a lot, to head out there and kind of become one with the redheads, and that's our good friend, one of the voices of the Diamondbacks, Jeff Munn. Did he make his way out there?
Right.
Is money out there?
Yes, yes, he is. Everybody giving Jeff Munn a hand. Jeff, and we're going to talk to Digger a little bit later on, another great redhead. These are your people, aren't they?
Yeah, and I don't know why I haven't been out here before. Let's hear it, people. I mean, why not? I mean, us redheads, we stick together. That's why you always see Digger and I together so often.
How long you had red hair, Jeff?
At least for 20 years, I think.
20, sure.
Not all of it's red anymore, you know. Yeah.
I feel your pain. Did you have a nickname growing up? Were you like Red?
I was Red. There was a, you remember there was a Kool-Aid flavor called Freckle Face Strawberry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got that constantly.
I love that commercial.
Yeah. And fortunately, my kids don't have, they have freckles, but they don't really have red hair, thank goodness.
I also like the honeycomb hideout, but that's a whole other story.
Oh, that's a long ways back.
I know. Hey, what are you going to say about this? You're one of the great wordsmiths I've ever met. When you go back on the radio, what are you going to say about these people, this section?
I think they're full of great enthusiasm and spirit. And we love the signs. Let's see the signs, people. Come on. That's good stuff. Yeah.
Jeff, thanks for coming out and gracing us with your presence.
It's my pleasure. I need to come out here more often.
Yeah, you should. You act like you're running for Congress, by the way. You're doing it very well.
Actually, I am. I mean, in a couple of weeks, I need something to do.
Okay. Well, here, resumes will be posted online. Red Munn. Jeff, thanks.
You bet, Todd. Anytime.
One of the great redheads of all time.
There's no doubt about that. Way to go,
voice
Money.
sort of goes with the hair, doesn't it? Just the dulcet tones.
The big voice.
Yeah.
And if you're not quite sure who he is, just ask him to show you the
Ladies and gentlemen,
credentials.
Jeff Munn. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Munn. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. B.B. King.
Outside corner, Parra goes down on strikes. And good stuff out there. We've been inviting Money all year long, and he's reserved. He has a big booming voice on radio, but has stayed shy on us. Well, tonight he decided, you know what? It's my coming out party.
Those are his peeps.
Absolutely. We got to get him to, when he's out there, though, on camera. He doesn't have to have his credentials.
No, he doesn't.
He
Everybody knows who he is. He doesn't need his credential on, but, well, he needs no introduction.
How about that voice? As soon as it, boom, opened up.
You just know who it is.
Maybe you want to just kind of unplug and go home. 0-1 the count. Good for him. A true redhead.
One of our favorites.
Good to see him classing himself up, coming on over to television. The 1-1. Candyman's going to give him the business for that. Don't you think?
Oh. They give him the business pretty good over there.
Do they?
Yeah.
The 2-1. 3-1 the count. 9-4 the score. Yeah, that bunch out there, I think they take the cake.
Yeah, they're a wild bunch.
The 3-1. Rusty on the move. That draws him out. It gets by the legs. So there's Rusty heading to third. Ryan standing up with a three-bagger. We'll see how they rule it officially. I don't think you could rule it any sort of a miscue.
Well, there's an old rule for left field, and that is when the ball goes in the corner, it's not going to be a triple unless it's Usain Bolt. Let the ball come to you. You don't need to chase it in there. Let the ball come to you. Give yourself some room and let it come to you. And Eugenio Velez, who has played a lot of different positions, just forgot that cardinal rule. It'll come out to you. And if it doesn't, you can go get it, and it'll still be a double because it's just a short throw into third.
Bumgarner misses away with that one. Triple is the ruling, by the way.
So all you young left fielders, remember that. You don't need to go in and get it. Let the ball come out to you. That way it won't get by you.
That one is outside, 2-0 the count. A high strike. We're getting some guesses, by the way, on D-backs booth on Twitter. Get signed up, be a follower. Follow Todd as well, but on D-backs booth on Twitter, we've got a great guess for our trivia question.
And I want to thank all the people, D-backs booth on Twitter, for just saying no to the Racing Gracies.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for your support, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, they've said no.
The fans have spoken, and they've spoken loud. They want no part of it.
You keep dreaming. 2-2, the count to Allen. But we have a guess for the trivia question if we have a chance. I'll give you the answer in a moment. Calvin Lee out of Tucson wants to guess the last team to have the best record and win it all. The 1963 Dodgers with 99 wins. You see the Racing Gracies out there.
No, not going to happen. The fans have spoken loud and clear. They don't want it.
The 2-2. That one sails wide. 3-2 the count. Matt Williams checking in. He just dropped
what did
me
Matty
a
have to say? Who'd he guess?
The 3-2. That was rocketed. Fell. I have a chance to throw this out here. He wanted to guess in 1984, and I believe they were managed that year by Marcel Latchman. He wanted to guess the 84 Milwaukee Brewers.
Well, no, anybody knows that spent a minute in Chicago that the Cubs won the National League in 1984, and they went on to lose. They didn't win the National League. The Padres beat the Cubs for the National League pennant. That was a terrible guess by Matt Williams.
I'm sure it'll be passed along to his boss and our managing general partner, Ken Kedrick. Getting a different view of the ballpark out there.
Field tonight.
Good for him. Over the outside corner, that's strike 3. We'll have the answer for you. We'll try to keep our colleagues. Oh, my guess, Matt Manti. Good guess there, sir. Very good. Very good. And we'll answer our Aflac trivia question, which is a very, very good one. I think, anyway. The 1986 New York Mets, Gracie, last team to have the best record in baseball to win the World Series. And we've been having a joyful lead into fall baseball. Now, of course, fall baseball Arizona style. We know both of these clubs playing, hope that they're playing in Major League fall baseball. But we know how much we love the Arizona Fall League here locally. Steve Cobb joins us up here. These are your young men out there playing. Congratulations on heading into another fall, and we want to thank you for joining us up here.
It's great to always visit with both of you.
How excited are you heading in? What are you, as you build your fall, what are you looking forward to the most this year?
Well, I think this may be the best class that we've ever had, and I've never made that statement in my 17 years. I really believe that because we really have some excellent starting pitching. The top pitcher, at least in terms of marquee, is Steven Strasburg, the first player selected in the 2009 draft. And frankly, we have, by many publications, the minor league player of the year in Jason Hayward with the Atlanta Braves. So we're really looking forward to this year. There's a lot of depth in the each respective roster, and we think it's going to be just a real good blend of talent across the board.
Talk to us about some of the Diamondbacks we're going to see.
Well, you're going to see more of your first baseman. Brandon Allen will certainly be there. Certainly Cole Gillespie, who was involved in the Milwaukee trade earlier with Felipe Lopez. Very good reports on him. And then Brian Augenstein will also be featured there. Very good pitcher.
Talking about the Arizona Fall League. And again, all over the valley in Mesa and Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, a couple of teams over there, and Surprise. So for those of us, I'm sure people travel from all over the country to come to see these ball games, but locally we're pretty darn spoiled with this opportunity, aren't we?
Well, it's the only place where you can see players from all 30 organizations, and that's not the case, obviously, during spring training.
Base hit to right field by Pablo Sandoval. Gets underway again.
October 13th was our opening night at Scottsdale Stadium, and we will continue through November 21st.
And Steve, we've been putting you on the spot a little bit. I think you've heard that we want our folks with the redhead shirts at least on the first Tuesday. We've been pushing for a few extra Tuesdays in Scottsdale. Can we get them in at least that first Tuesday for nothing?
Absolutely. If they wear their redhead shirt, no questions asked. They'll be admitted free for our opening night. And I'll tell you what I'll do. If either one of you or both of you could make one of the next 2 Tuesday nights at Scottsdale, we have 3 consecutive Tuesday night home games at Scottsdale.
Okay.
But I'll make those redhead nights as well. 2 additional
What are
nights.
the dates? What are the dates there?
It would be October 13th, October 20th, and October 27th.
I'll be there. I'll be there on the 20th.
All right, fair enough.
See what I do for you redheads out there, folks, right there. I have the calendar out, the schedule. We're negotiating here for the redheads.
No, we'd love to have it. That's a great group. That is a great group, and I think we'll add a lot of life during our games.
I would love to be out there. Hopefully the schedule will cooperate.
And we know you're busy with postseason. So
wow,
that's right. You'll be doing postseason work. I'll go out there for you.
Take care of me?
I'll take care of you. That's great, though. And again, the entire... And I think it's fun for the ball players. You've probably seen it in all your years that you've been running things. As that one is one, and that is a double play. Want to stick around for another half inning, Mr. Cobb? Steve Cobb, the Executive Director of the Arizona Fall League, taking a look to the future. Big double play. In the great state of Arizona, our APS rooftop solar cam reminding all of you, make that energy bill a bit more manageable. Install solar panels on the roof of your home if you're able, and also visit APS.com. Doug Davis goes to work against his old teammate Brandon Metters. Metters called upon. Steve Cobb, the executive director of the Arizona Fall League, joining us up here in the broadcast booth. The 17th season for the league, and I would imagine the growth, the expansion, how it's changed from moment number one is even hard to explain.
It really is. I'll tell you the truth. Roland Heeman, when he first started with this concept, if you talk to Roland, I mean, he can't believe the growth and the evolution of the league. And, you know, now it's become a part of the player development process for all 30 organizations. They in fact send their best, most promising players here.
Gracie, that's a good baseball man right there, isn't it?
One of the best I've ever met, and one of the best around, period. And speaking of talent, you know, Darren, you guys, I'm always kind of, I got a soft spot in my heart for the first baseman. You know,
here we go.
Can I just give you a little bit of who's who, some of the all-stars, some of the superstars that have played in the Arizona Fall League? Just the first baseman.
Okay.
Just hang in there with me. Prince Fielder. He's like pretty good, having a pretty good year. Jason Giambi. He's had a great career. Adrian Gonzalez over in San Diego. Todd Helton. Ryan Howard. He's been an MVP. Paul Konerko. Derek Lee. Justin Morneau. Paul Bunyan, I like to call him. Albert Pujols, my guy.
Of course.
Mike Sweeney, remember him with the great years with the Kansas City Royals.
Love
him. Mark Teixeira might be MVP this year. And for all you Red Sox fans, Kevin Youkilis. Those are just some of the first basemen that have played in the Arizona Fall League. As that one's popped up on the infield off the bat of Chris Young.
It's dropped on the infield. And Doug Davis is erased. Garco dropped that ball, and the speedier runner has now reached on the fielder's choice in Chris Young. That is a who's who of first baseman, and I think as a first baseman in the Fall League, this is a play you might make.
No, you would think so. It's a windy night. Maybe some tricks being played, maybe just some lack of communication. But really, I think the Diamondbacks will take that. Doug Davis gets to go back, sit on the bench. Did a good job of breaking up that double play.
Steve Cobb joining us, the executive director of the Arizona Fall League here locally, Stephen Drew.
So needless to say, there have been a boatload of fabulous players come through the desert for the Arizona Fall League.
Pitchers, Steve, they kind of divided up throughout the game. I mean, you're not going to see a pitcher regularly go 7 innings in a Fall League game, correct?
No, because it's a function of the timing of the year, quite frankly. Many of these guys have played the entire season, and it's you know, strict pitch counts in many cases and limited innings, but you really get a good look at some of the better arms that are just knocking on the door to the major leagues.
And that's a bit different than maybe going down to winter ball, isn't it?
Well, there's greater emphasis to win at any cost, whereas this is all about a controlled environment where everything is monitored by the parent organization, and frankly, there's no gray area in the league. So I think the clubs feel comfortable that the players that they send are going to be well protected.
This should be a double play, and at some point it will be. Mr. Cobb, we'll see you. I'll be out there the 20th.
Looking forward to it.
Take care of my redheads. The best players in the world playing below the major leagues, all at the Fall League. Go check them out this fall. place to be for Arizona Cardinals football coverage. Every Monday night it's Cardinals overtime. Then tomorrow it's Cardinals headquarters at 10:30 as we take a look at the home of the Cardinals. Each week times vary, so please check your local listings. One network with all your Cardinals coverage. University of Phoenix statements just moments ago on Fox Sports Arizona.
Oh, man. There you go. Now, that's a hat. And he's got it straight the right way. As that was driven to center field. Chris Young pretty much in his tracks, puts it away for out number one. I'll tell you what, Sunday's going to be a bad day to be Peyton Manning.
Is it now?
It's going to be a bad day to be Peyton Manning.
Okay.
He can beat up on the Dolphins all he wants last night. That ain't happening with big Darnell Dockett in his face all night. And Carlos Dansby hammering people.
I'll be tuned in. I'll be tuned in, seeing if that's in fact the case.
He's going to get himself a heap and help and a Calais Campbell in his face mask.
That one is fouled off. 0-1 the count. Ryan Garco. Just calm down over there. Don't blame you for getting passionate, though. I like it. Still wearing Brad Penny's helmet.
Well, he got a hit with it. Why wouldn't he wear it again?
Now, see, there's the hitter's logic. That just kills me.
And ball players, if there's a more superstitious group of guys in the world, well, I haven't met them. Now, when you played, were you superstitious?
I wasn't good enough to be superstitious.
Oh, baloney! You got to the professional level, like maybe in high school or college.
No, not really.
Okay.
Sorry. No fun. The 1-2. I think there's a difference, too, isn't there? And Trevor Hoffman's a stickler about this, how it's described. There's a difference in superstition and routine, isn't there? I think a lot of ball players are routine players, even more so than superstitious. I mean, you ball players, so routine-driven. To me, anyway. Am I right or wrong on that?
I think you're absolutely right. I didn't really have a set routine. I didn't have to go run my sprints at the same time every night. I didn't have to eat the same meal for breakfast or lunch or whatever. But I did. One of my superstitions was, as the 3-2 payoff, had him 0-2 and then lost him. But one of the things I did between innings when I throw ground balls to my infielders, I'd always start the very first inning. I'd always start with my third baseman, so it would be Matt Williams, then Tony Womack, and then Jay Bell. So I'd go third, short, second, third. Now, if we gave up a run that inning, the next inning I'd come out and I'd start with somebody else and do a different rotation.
I like that. That's superstitious.
Yeah, and I also had a black polished baseball for my infield ball. And sometimes that was swung on and missed. Sometimes if I thought the guys were, myself and my infielders were a little bit off track the night before, I'd paint a ball black.
And roll it out there.
Go out and roll it out there, and they throw it to me. You have to earn the right to get me to use the black ball. And to earn that right, you had to go errorless. So if we win an inning without an error, we got the black ball. If we made an error, it was a white ball the rest of the game. So you had to earn the right to get the black infield ball.
Wow.
And it becomes a prideful thing.
All of that's very much, to me, superstition.
That wasn't superstition. You have to earn the right to get the black baseball.
I understand that.
Nothing superstitious about that.
A little bit.
It's called being the king of the infield.
Well, we all know that. You're the first baseman, and you're the king of the infield. I gather that.
Being the king of the infield. Matt Williams, he wasn't the king of the infield. Are you kidding me? Racing.
High fly ball, Aaron Rowan. Deep. Para. He's got room, and he puts it away. Still think that's a little superstitious, though.
No, there's nothing superstitious about it. It's just kind of a goal. You know, we set a team goal on the infield. We want to use the black ball.
I love that. the king of the infield.
Always the first baseman. Never that hardly used shortstop or anybody like that. Always the first baseman. Doug Davis settling in nicely.
Settling in very nicely. The king of the infield. Mark Grace starring in Disney's The Lion King.
What's your name, sir?
Bill.
Bill, and this is your first time. You're a redhead virgin?
Redhead section.
What do you think of it so far?
Oh, it's awesome. It's great.
You going to come back next year?
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, listen, I'm not into profiling, but I kind of spotted you. Are you into rock and roll?
Yeah, but not that Jerry Garcia stuff.
I meant rock and roll. You're into rock and roll.
Real, yeah, real rock and roll, right.
Listen, this is just a hunt. I don't have ZZ Top tickets, which I'm sure you'd like. I have something else. If I gave you 2 tickets to see the music of the Doors at the Phoenix Symphony with Ray Manzarek and Robbie Krieger, would you go?
Oh, you bet.
There you go, man. That's on us from the Redheads. And, all right, look at that. How about that?
That's big league.
I just think that's cool. I think that's going to be a great. Who are you going to take?
Oh, I better take my wife.
Yeah, you probably better. Okay, well, have fun, Bill.
Okay, thanks, Todd.
We'll work on the ZZ Top tickets, okay?
Okay, we got it.
Hey, Todd, Todd, thanks so much for keeping a couple for you and I as well. That's nice, because that's definitely a show we want to see.
I did that.
Thanks for keeping a couple. I
did that. I actually traded the Loggins and Messina thing for those, if that's all right.
Oh, way to go. Fouled straight back, 2-2 the count. Our good friends with Live Nation. We want to thank them for standing beside us. Danny Zalesko and partnering up for our Redhead section. So many great events Live Nation brings to the Valley.
Tell you what, Todd's giving away some good stuff out there tonight. Pays to be a Redhead.
It definitely does. Bouncing ball on a backhand. Boy, you sit back, you take your time, and you nearly took too long if you're Juan Uribe. He really, Sunday walk in the park, played that play.
Justin is a very big kid. Sometimes you forget this big kid can motor. I like to see that. I like to see him busting it like that.
Here's Miguel Montero. Well, he nearly got burned. Uribe did. Breaking ball misses away. 1-0 the count. 13 hits for the Diamondbacks and 8 for the San Francisco Giants. 9-4 the score. Over the inside, 1-1 the count. Two and 1 to Miggy. singled and scored in the second, did the same thing in the third while also driving in a run. He was 1 for 10 coming into the ball game on the homestand, so the day off it treated him nicely. 2-2 the count.
Ball there.
Bouncing ball, gobbled up, and time for the At Ari pay.
He didn't hesitate on that one, did he?
No, he didn't hesitate at all. Mark Reynolds doubled in a run, scored a run, number 93 on the year, 100 RBIs, also a pair of strikeouts, passing his own major league mark with 205 now on the season. It's all part of the game for Mark Reynolds. The game that he continues to grow and improve. He told Matt Williams when he was in that discussion the other day that's one part of his game that he will work to improve. But he puts it in a very unique manner, and at some point you will hear his answer in its entirety with regard to that. Gracie, I think we've addressed the way he is straightforward and honest, and with regard to that part of his game, that efficiency, he doesn't bury his head in the sand at all.
Not anymore.
One bit. But it's also not going to rule his life or his game, nor should it. One and two the count.
Big fella.
Randy going to get some work in. The 1-2. Todd Walsh a little bit more on Randy. Todd?
Very interesting when the phone rang. Just looked at him. The bullpen coach said, it's you. He's been stretching for about 2 innings. Jeff Mond told us that he talked to him on his radio pregame show yesterday. Giants trying to find a spot to get Randy the odd inning or two. It looks like it will be here at Chase Field, and the Redheads were the first ones to spot it, guys. This will be interesting.
So Randy beginning to warm up. Reynolds goes down for the third time tonight. 9-4 all Arizona. Well, there's another storyline for you. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Doug Davis delivers as he goes back to work here in the 7th inning, and efficiency has suddenly become his friend. as he works here in the 7th inning. A very manageable pitch count of 84, though. He's given up those 4 runs. He's had 3 scoreless frames that have followed. Bouncing ball, and he's had a lot of help. And in time for the out. Who would have thought this would occur tonight, folks? Who would have thought it? Well, for Doug Davis, maybe a little extra support when you're 7-13 with an ERA right around 4. But has had a losing record all year long, even with an ERA in the 3s. Maybe you're due a little bit of luck.
I fully agree, and I'm just shocked about Matt Cain. You rarely see him have an outing like that where there wasn't anything bad luck about Matt Cain's outing tonight. He just got hit very hard, and that is very rare for a guy of his talent.
So as one left-hander warms on the mound, another one continues to warm in the visiting bullpen for the San Francisco Giants. And we will see when, in fact, I would imagine it takes him a while to get ready to go, Randy Johnson. In his first relief appearance as a Giant a couple of days ago on Saturday. First time working out of the pen since the 05 Division Series, pitching for the Yankees. Two and 0 the count. Colorado now has lengthened things out a bit, hosting San Diego. 10-6 is the score in the bottom of the 8th inning. Colorado leads that game. Popped up. Allen, long run, and it's about 2 rows back. And well, for San Francisco, nights like tonight hurt. I mean, they have to feel like they have to come back, fight, and win this game. This is what's going on in the wild card race.
Colorado with a comfortable lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's now 11-6. So they're looking like they're going to hold serve, and San Francisco got a long way to go here tonight.
Well, for Matt Cain in that outing, the most runs he's allowed in a start since April of 2008.
I believe it. If anything, he is very steady.
Pitch is high, 3-1 the count. Three and 1 the count. Base hit, left field, Velez. So for Doug, the 9th hit that he has allowed in this ball game. Davis this year has gone 6 or more innings in 22 of his 31 starts. 7 or more in 11 of his 31. His highest pitch count 118. So he has got plenty of gas left in the tank. That one is fouled off. Big swing, and that one is fouled off. 0-2 the count.
Boy, that was a huge swing from Andres Torres. Not really known as a guy that's going to hit a whole lot of home runs. Huge swing and a foul.
Almost looked like our good friend Josh Weitzel attacking the ball there. The 0-2.
Gas upstairs and right by him. Another mighty swing.
And so down he goes.
And Josh could swing it hard.
There's Pablo before the game. He's getting ready to hit.
I'll tell you what, he drops that left, he's going to get knocked out.
Uh-oh. He's too serious. He needs to relax.
Got to keep that left up. He's going to get clocked. Might fake that left of the boiler and come right over the top with an overhand right, and it'll be lights out. Cancel Christmas.
You know, that's a good call. We're talking about how Ryan Garco borrowed Brad Penny's helmet. I think Pablo Sandoval knows which helmet is his and would never switch. He did not like that pitch in on his hands. Doug Davis doing good work. Is that man about to pitch and chase again? Yes, he is. More when we come back.
Francisco Giants, Brad Steinke, Ken Phelps, one of the original Redheads, out in the Redhead section for our final night of frivolity out here. Ken, you feel at home out here, do you not?
Oh, man, I feel real comfortable out here tonight. This is my kind of people.
You know, and I've got a Brandon Webb autograph picture to give away. What is your name?
Mary.
Mary, why don't you take that? That's a nice autograph picture of Brandon Webb. What are you talking about tonight in Digging In?
Hey, we're going to talk about a couple of key guys on this club that have had big years, and we're just going to fill you in on what's gone on this far this season.
Darren and Gracie, thanks for inventing Redheads. We have a blast when we come out here. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, guys.
Good stuff, guys.
No doubt about it, as Randy Johnson goes to work as a visitor.
Huge round of applause for Randy Johnson as he toes the slab here back in the old stomping grounds.
And you can see career relief appearances. We mentioned he last went to work as that one is fouled off into the seats.
We haven't given out a contract in a while, Darren.
We have not.
We've had some bad hands here this homestand, including Steve Gilbert over in the press box.
A little chopper. That's a foul ball. Gerardo Parra. Randy, on September the 10th, celebrated birthday number 46. And earlier this season, of course, earned his 300th victory on June 4th against the Nationals. Strikeout there, and down goes Parra on a high slider. And so he is erased. And here's Rusty Ryle. You talk about Johnson in that regular season outing a couple of days ago out of the bullpen against the Dodgers. The last time he's worked out of the bullpen. And prior to that, it had been a long time in the regular season. We remember some huge outings, even in the World Series out of the pen, let alone the Yankees Division Series work. But prior to the other day, last regular season outing out of the pen, July 18th, 01 at San Diego, striking out 16 out of the pen. Completion of that suspended game, the power game, in relief of Kurt Schilling, working the final 7 innings.
How about fire out in left field. a transformer or whatever exploded, and there was a big fire. Had to call the game. Kurt Schilling threw 2 scoreless. So the very next day we came back and made up that game with Randy Johnson, quote unquote, relieving Kurt Schilling. High towering drive.
He did. That one's gone. Randy Johnson, Rusty Ryle with a home run. He hopes he has a long career in the big leagues. Whether he does or not, he'll always remember that.
Now Rusty got Randy right in the middle of the plate. And look at that beautiful swing. Head right down on it. I'll tell you what, this kid has impressed me with his bat since he's been up here. Very much so. What about you?
Absolutely. He's not only impressed me with his bat, but his confidence and how much he belongs.
He's 3 for 3 tonight with a home run, a triple, and a single. I'll tell you what, he certainly opened some eyes.
Well, and he's a guy that is to be considered a candidate to play not only at second base, but somewhere on the roster next year.
Kind of utility, play him at first, third, second, put him in the outfield. Heck, throw the gear on him behind the plate if need be.
That pitch is in, diving a bit. 1-2 the count to Brandon Allen.
Slowly but surely, Rusty Ryle coming my guy.
I figured that was coming as soon as that ball sailed over the wall. Slider, that's strike 3.
Big fella can still rack up the strikeouts, can't he?
Yeah, you bet. That's 4,871 now in his career.
Doug Davis going to hit for himself.
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. Maybe this is a chance for payback. Because it's been a long, long time, and I was at the ball game in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, when Randy Johnson hit his lone big league home run at Miller Park.
I was there.
And it was against Doug Davis.
I was there.
That's why Doug gets to hit now, and I figured you were.
We gave Randy the silent treatment in the dugout.
So here it comes for Doug Davis. A home run is about to come. It's going to come full circle. Folks, call your neighbors, call your friends. Want to know the count.
And call the folks in white coats for my broadcast partner. Because he has officially lost his mind.
It's coming full circle, coming all the way back around. Back in 2003, we celebrated the anniversary just a couple of days ago. I heard Jeff Munn talking about it. So Doug's going to bring it back.
Dementia can be such a bad thing.
This would be his first in the big leagues. As that one is low, Randy pitching carefully. 2-1 the count.
Well, can hardly blame him, since he knows that Doug Davis is going to hit a home run here, according to my partner.
The 2-1.
Ooh, almost. It had the distance, just foul.
You can mock all you want. They believe, as do I. I was there, you were there. It's not a proud day for Doug. He's never done it. 2-2. Just missed that one. And so Randy.
Every time my partner calls for glory, well, that person, well, they seem to strike out.
Good to have Randy back.
Back at the ballpark, Doug Davis, Jack in the Box, invites you to think outside of the box. Of course, in the second inning, Doug goes down on 1 strike, 2 strikes, and then, of course, 3 strikes. And, well, you're out. And Doug is reminded, of course, that's what catchers are for, to remind you that 3 is all you get. Pete, thanks a lot, Miguel. But Doug grinding it on the mound. He goes to work against Rich Aurelia as that one misses. The veteran Aurelia hitting .226 this year. A pair of home runs, 15 batted in. As the 1-0 popped up, Davis ran it in on Rich's hands. Long run. Justin Upton, he gets there. Let's take a peek out to our Ride Now Power Sports pool camp. Folks gathered out there, a small gathering tonight, enjoying an evening by the pool. Hello?
No. Very small gathering. One guy.
Oh, there's more than the one man, isn't there?
Oh, Darren, you are something special.
Hello? What's going on out there? I think they all went to visit the redhead section.
That's the section. They're still partying it up.
The 0-1. Let's recollect, if we can, Gracie, the last couple of years of the redhead section.
Okay, let's.
It's always fun.
Of course.
They always make noise. Crazy hair, crazy hats, great T-shirts, good cause.
Certainly.
But.
Uh-oh.
As the 1-1 is a curveball away, rarely are the redheads rewarded. I don't have anything scientific with this. With a victory.
Oh, sure they have.
Yeah, not very much. Pool telecasts, redhead nights. Usually it's a pasting from the other team.
Does Kurt Zacher, our fine statistician, keep redhead stats?
I think he'll be taking a look here in a minute. I'm sure he's thrilled that we brought that up. Look, here's the bottom line. Tonight, they are being rewarded thus far with a chance at a victory. That one is fouled off. Did he get that? Was that a catch?
If that's a
with
catch.
The hat?
If that's a catch with the hat.
In the hat? Young man there?
No, he didn't make the play, I don't think.
No. All right, no contract.
And put it on right. Turn around, please. Nope, no contract.
2-2. So all those redheads games, results just haven't been as good.
Well, there has to be a victory in there somewhere.
Oh, there's a victory. Bouncing ball, and it's a foul ball. Oh, so far so good. Look at how much fun they're having out there.
Look at this fellow there. That's my kind of guy right there. Good to see Ken Phelps still out there.
Bigger getting ready for the post-game show by hanging out with friends. 2-2. Big swing there. Rebe right back through the box. One more visit to our redhead section for our Chaz Roberts cool play. A redhead section salute. Young Brittany, 10 years old, a 5th grader, her first ever game ever. She ends up in the redhead section. She ends up with a Dan Herron autograph photo.
What the heck? There's the bobblehead.
Yeah. Big league about that.
Not.
But it's that bobblehead that can be used as a model for the soon to be released Racing Gracies.
Yeah, once again, I want to thank all the folks who've Twittered in. 100% behind me. And that just not happening.
Of course, Kurt Zacher backing up exactly what I was saying earlier about the redhead section. April 26th, the redhead section. May 26th.
Bobble ahead.
June 23rd, there it is. July 28th and August 11th, all redhead sections this year. And I was telling you folks earlier about my memories as I recollect the redhead section. As the 2-1 is low. Boy, that gets on by. Skitter's better set. As it goes to the backstop and Uribe moves up. As I was telling you folks earlier, it just always seems like a good night when the redhead section is put together. Arizona won 3 of their first 4 redhead games this year.
That's what I'm saying.
I was saying the same thing.
Well, you weren't. You're saying we lose every one of them. Come on, Big D.
3-1 the count to Garco. As that changeup sails high, and that is ball 4.
And that may just about do it for one Doug Davis. Mel Stottlemyre craning his neck. He's going to go. This usually means Doug Davis is going to remain in the game. He's thrown 111 pitches, which he should be just fine.
That's nothing
for him.
Taking a look ahead to what's brewing the remaining series of the year. The Padres coming to town this weekend. Big Fandemonium weekend. We'll see you out here all weekend long. Mark Reynolds bobblehead to be given away coming up on Saturday night. Then it's a trip to San Francisco. We'll be with you on television for 2 of the 3 days. It's then a trip to Wrigley Field. And again, we'll be with you on Friday and on Sunday from Wrigley. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Leading the league in love, too, that couple. A little smooch on camera there.
Kiss cam. Ball 1 up.
It's a wild affair in Denver, Colorado. That game now, what, 11-8 in the 9th inning? Almost over. Raining.
8 with 2 outs and a driving rainstorm in the Denver area.
Just switching there. A couple of runners on.
All right, Doug Davis. Got to throw a strike here. Make it happen.
Here comes a strike, and not at all. That one's low. Just got a note from Matt Williams. He says, next year, Redheads, every home game. We need some more wins.
Good for Matt Williams. And I'm sure he'll be glad to join him out there every night. He and Todd Walsh will do a great job out there.
That pitch is high. That's ball 4.
And I would imagine that's going to have to be it for Doug Davis. Did yeoman's work tonight, but late walks tend to score.
Second baseman Kevin Francis.
So A.J. Hent's going to have to go get him while the getting's good. But we don't know who he's bringing in yet. I think that's the big fella. Juan Gutierrez is going to come trotting in here after he has some agua.
And the one thing we hope and we remind ourselves as we thank Doug for his effort is that 6 is a big enough lead here in the 8th inning.
by our friends at freecreditreport.com. Know your score. Log on to freecreditreport.com for more information. Oh, the Tigers, they held serve, as did the Twins. That remains a 3-game race with the Tigers. My guys on top. Rockies trying to close out the Padres, but the Padres not going quietly, and the Yankees trying to clinch the Eastern Division.
If there's a Texas loss, it'll do it as well, and Texas is losing 8-1. That, of course, is clinching a playoff spot for the Yankees. For those of you that remember 2007, that's time to celebrate when you clinch yourself a spot in October.
Doggone right. It's a long, long season. Those are fun parties.
Fred Lewis has to tap dance out of the way.
Oh, that 8th inning.
Dastardly 8th inning. Davis has painted Juan Gutierrez into quite a jam. The 1-0. Hot shot. Diving play, Allen. His only plays right out there in front of him. He thought about it. What a play by Brandon Allen.
There you go, Brandon. Just take the out. What a great play on a hot shot off the bat of Fred Lewis. I mean, a bolt. One hop, the dive to the left. Don't you dare do that. There you go. Just take the out, young man. Wise decision by the youngster.
I tell you, we know he's still learning and finding his way defensively, or I should say offensively, but he has done a very nice job, and he's had a couple of plays he'd tell you he should have made the last few days. There's good things defensively there for Allen.
Oh, he's another good athlete. Diamondbacks have got some athletes. They just got to shore up those athletic hands. Too many errors this year. And when you give major league teams 4 and 5 outs in innings, you're not going to win.
One, the count on John Bowker, who comes off the bench to pinch hit. Fly ball right field.
Nice job by Juan Gutierrez.
Very nice job. Meanwhile, in Denver, it's not over yet. Colorado 11, San Diego 10. Still in the 9th inning. Back at the ballpark, our Nova Home Loans in-game box score. You can see a busy box score. You know what, Grayson, for D-backs fans, that is a thing of beauty right there.
That is a beautiful thing. Hits everywhere. Congratulations once again to third baseman Mark Reynolds. He drove in his 100th run tonight.
They just went final in Denver, Colorado. Was that Nick Hundley batting? The final at bat, a frozen rope to Seth Smith. 11-10 Colorado just beat San Diego 11-10. That is a huge blow to these Giants.
Center fielder Chris Young.
Fred Lewis is now in left field. Eugenio Velez is now at second base. And Buster Posey is now catching. And top prospect behind home plate. Now Chris Young needs to join in the fun. Get on that box score.
That he does. You're right.
That pitch is low. 1-0 the count. Young. That's a foul ball just in case. Sandoval just fires it on across. Why not? Stay tuned for a major announcement here in just a moment. 1-1 the count.
All right.
Stephen Drew waits on deck.
Is that the major announcement?
No. Big stuff if you'll just stay tuned.
Stephen Drew is on deck.
On the line, foul ball. I'm going to take a moment to make the announcement right now, folks. The Augie Ojeda bobblehead has been spotted at Chase Field. So if you received an Augie Ojeda bobblehead voucher on September the 12th, you can redeem it this weekend at Chase Field in the Picnic Pavilion. For more information, visit dbacks.com/where's Augie. We found him. He's here at Chase. Good to have him home.
Oh, he was adventurous.
But our prodigal son has returned. Augie's hiding there behind Brett Butler, AAA manager. Neither one of the guys very tall in stature, but Butler manages to hide Augie Ojeda there. The 2-2. Hanging around is Chris Young. So that's great news.
Looking forward to getting my Augie bobblehead.
Do you have a voucher?
Well, yeah. No, not really.
You won't be getting one then.
Oh, come on.
I expect it to sell plenty, but if you don't have a voucher, like I do, I've got a dozen of them.
Oh. Just because bobblehead can get right in line of a lot of great players that have had their heads pulled off by my children.
3-2 the count. Chris Young.
Who's this one, Dad? Oh, that's Augie. Rip.
Valdez fires it. Bouncing ball. He's in the box score. Now he has already walked in this ball game, but now he's got himself a base hit. So Young is on. 20 hits now in his last 16 games. 9 walks as well.
Number 14, Fred Lewis. From left field to second base, number 8, Eugenio Velez. Pitching, batting ninth, number 28, Buster Posey. Pitching, batting fourth, number 47.
Don't forget, tomorrow night we'll be on the air with you again. Diamondbacks against the San Francisco Giants. We'll be on the air at 6:30, not 6 o'clock. Game time been moved back a bit. First pitch at 7:10 here at Chase Field. Yes, 7:10.
You're just teasing, aren't you?
Nope. 7:10. Jonathan Sanchez as Steven rolls that one. Velez. He races Stephen Drew. No jokes about that one.
Okay. 7:10 then, huh?
7:10. So you'll be on the air with Todd to start the pregame show off at 6:30 instead of 6 o'clock.
Gotcha. Thank you. Thanks for the reminder.
And Jonathan Sanchez will be on the mound against Kevin Mulvey for the Diamondbacks. Here's Justin Upton, right there over the outside corner. Doug Davis hoping to pick up his first victory since he beat the New York Mets on August 10th, 7 starts ago. There have been good outings along the way. There's been tough luck, though, as well. Pitches away from Valdez. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Single and a double with a couple of ground outs to short for Justin. And he pounds that one foul as it rattles around. Miguel Montero waits on deck. Mr. Gonzalez in the house enjoying the ball game.
Justin a little tardy on that one. Almost out to the Redheads there, Darren. Maybe a near souvenir out there. Justin always looking to take care of the fine folks out in the Redhead section.
Look forward to seeing all of our friends at the Arizona Fall League this fall. The 1-2.
You heading out, are you?
I've been out. You know what? I went last fall. I went to Scottsdale. I went on over to the ballpark in Peoria.
Sit with the
ball
scouts?
game there. I don't like to trouble the scouts.
No?
For someone who lacks knowledge, as myself, I like to sit
What do
with
you
the
mean
fans.
you lack knowledge?
They're working. By the time I go to a Fall League game, honestly, I'm not working. I'm relaxing. Good food. There's some cold beverages.
Is there?
Oh, absolutely. All kinds.
Lemonade, beer,
absolutely.
Ice cold.
Ice cold. So while those guys are working, I want to.
When are we going?
That's what I'm saying. It's any time.
So you don't bother these fellers?
Why would I? I'm vacationing. They're working. I'm on vacation.
I think I'll bother them. Hey guys, remember me? I was really slow on your stopwatches. Oh my goodness, that got Wally Bell right. Looked like maybe a collarbone shot. As
boy, Dave Edwards races out.
Posey, the catcher, whiffed it. You ever want to get under an umpire's skin as a catcher? Go ahead and whiff a fastball. And especially a young catcher. I mean, he just flat out whiffs it. And because of that, Wally Bell took the punishment. Ouch. Hopefully he's okay. It's like, I'm gonna, when you're not, it's just like taking an unexpected sledgehammer to the clavicle.
Yeah. Now you could see he just caved in. There's nothing comfortable about that.
Fortunately, those guys are protected by a lot of equipment, but that still gets you. You share your birthday with at least 9 million other people in the world.
10-5 the score. The Diamondbacks with 15 hits. The Giants with 10. Here is Miguel Montero. On his way to third and out.
Why?
Hard to figure that one out. So now there's 2 outs and just a runner on first for Miguel Montero. 0-2 the count.
Puzzling.
Well, especially, simply put, you're looking at 2 guys here back to back that
exactly
are run producers for your club. Already in scoring position, you have exceptional speed. A single, Texas leaguer, a flare is going to score you, and you're already up 5. It's a foul ball.
That time Justin Upton was on the move.
Bouncing ball, base hit right field.
As you said, a run producer in Montero loses the RBI.
Third baseman Mark Reynolds.
This is where you kind of hope Mark Reynolds doesn't get the wrath of some ticked off Giants.
Yeah, we spotted Bruce Bochy a while ago. He seemed frustrated. Didn't seem too happy about it. That one is low, but I don't think A.J. Hinch would be more frustrated than Bruce Bochy, quite honestly.
Why is that?
Because of the choice that was made out there in front of him by his ball play.
Yeah.
I don't know about 10-5 in the way the game is played these days. In modern day baseball, the way runs are scored.
Well, sure. I understand that. The interesting point is Brett Butler's having a conversation with Chris Young.
The 2-0.
Yeah, the game is very different than when I was playing.
Absolutely. I would never debate that, Gracie. You're right on.
First of all, that wouldn't have been attempted in mine and Matt Williams' day and Tom Candiotti's day next door to me. It wouldn't have happened. A 5-run lead, stealing third with 1 out. And if it did, well, there's Gonzo in the same sense. And if it did, well, either tomorrow the guy that attempted it was going to wear one in the ribs, or the batter, or the very next batter was going to get one in the ribs. It's different now.
You're right.
I'm saying in our day and age, is that what's a broken ball?
Just got him with a flip there. We'll continue our conversation, Gracie and I, when we come back.
See what a real airline is like? Go to southwest.com, grab your bag, it's on. And by Blimpie, the idea is simple. Stack the highest quality meats, cheeses, veggies, and dressing on top of freshly baked bread. They don't slice it until you order it at Blimpie. Juan Gutierrez as the Redheads. A few of them still hanging out in our packed out section. Don't forget, we'll join you again tomorrow night here at Chase Field. And after the ball game, the post-game show, Quest. Diamondbacks Live. Eugenio Velez gets ready to dig into the box. First pitch sails inside. Diamondbacks finally with a chance to, they haven't done it much. Be a bit of a spoiler tonight. Send some bad news for a club with hope. And start to turn the lights, or at least make them much more dim on that hope for a team.
Yeah, they're looking to put the Giants 5 back with not many to play.
The 1-1.
Oh, baby, that's a beautiful breaking ball there from Gutierrez.
You see where the race is at this point. That includes an 11-10 Colorado win over San Diego. 11-10. It was a wild affair. Bouncing ball. Allen unable to make the play. So Velez is on.
Kind of a do or die play there for Brandon Allen. And he just came up empty. That'll go as a base hit for Velez.
Ryan Augenstein, who may get a start or two before this year comes to an end.
Really?
Yes, sir.
In place of who? Catfish?
No, Max Scherzer when Max is done. He has one more start.
Does he?
Catfish, I think, right now, for that 5/6 spot, obviously 6 meaning the #1 in AAA, a long reliever, is the leader in the clubhouse at this point.
I got you. Good. And Max Scherzer got one more start, and then they're probably going to throw him right out in the bullpen to be the closer the rest of the year. Is that right?
No, that won't happen at all, actually. No. No. The 1-1 is in. 2-1 the count. There's Billy Buck, as you like to call him, or
Catfish.
One of the better nicknames.
Well, it is. I like that nickname. That reminds me of Catfish, Hunter. Same styles.
Bouncing ball, and it's a foul ball.
What, he is making plays down there tonight. That's good. I'm kind of glad to hear that Max has got just one more start. Get to see him throw some fastballs in the ninth. That'll be big league.
Well, actually, he won't throw any more fastballs till next year. But
no?
No.
How many innings has he got now?
Oh, 160 something. How about 165 and a third? They had targeted when the season started about 170. The 2-2. Line drive, base hit, right field. Now this ninth inning, a long one already. As we quickly approach 10 o'clock.
Third baseman Pablo Sandoval.
They won't have many more ninth innings to worry about once Max Scherzer gets out there throwing fastballs. This is just a perfect closer name, Max. Staring you down with one brown eye and one blue eye. Throwing about 100. It's going to be great.
Well, if it's a complete game, that's exactly what will be happening. He'll be pitching in the ninth. Certainly looking forward to that. Breaking ball, strike one to Pablo Sandoval. Mr. Gutierrez, I think,
Ollie hoping, thinking real hard about getting some outs pretty soon here in this ball game.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
One and one the count to Pablo Sandoval.
Gas. That'll help his cause.
One and two the count. This game's flying right along. Outside 2-2. Look at that. He's got plenty of pep in his step. Who needs sleep? The 2-2. And we'll do it one more time. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Sandoval grounded out to short, singled it a run in the 3rd inning, single to right field in the 5th inning, and then popped out. The 2-2. Now look at that. Wally Bell getting that arm out of the way. I'm tired of getting hit, he says.
Tired of getting whacked.
So we off to this weekend? Big network assignment?
No. You're stuck with me there, Big D.
Make a call to Bill Brown. See if he might want to send you somewhere.
Bill Brown's happy with me in Arizona this go around. Thank you.
The 2-2 is high and inside. 3-2 the count.
Appreciate your concern.
Southwest Airlines offering some special fares to Detroit. I want to.
I've been to Detroit a lot this summer.
Head back there, and well, I guess if you went back there, you'd be watching them on TV because they're on the road still this weekend. Hot shot, base hit, right field. Things getting a little bit more interesting. As that one sticks. Tim Flannery says, "Come on down, seal the deal." Kung Fu Panda on his way to third. The throw ahead for a slide. Getting a lot more interesting. 10-7 the score. A triple with 2 RBIs for Pablo Sandoval.
He gets a breaking ball down and in and just rifles it past Brendan Allen. And all the way to the wall it goes. And by the time Justin Carousen gets it in, the big fella's diving into third base with a triple. So the 9th inning this time. Dicey for the Diamondback bullpen. Won't be for long. But it is for now.
So now Randy Wynn.
Number 2, Randy Wynn.
Randy Wynn throughout his career has enjoyed his work against the Diamondbacks and enjoyed Chase Field. Wynn in this ballpark, a career .344 hitter. 9 home runs and 22 RBIs. That one is fouled off. 0-1 the count. Hoping beyond hope that they can live to fight another day. Randy Wynn scorches that one to right. Justin is there to make the play. It's now 10-8.
Very fortunate. Juan Gutierrez, that could have easily brought the tying run to the plate. That was a rope, but right at Justin Upton for out number 1.
Pablo, let's go.
Juan Uribe now. 3 runs have scored. Right down the middle to Juan. Don't forget, keep it right here. Quest Diamondbacks Live, our post-game show. Inside, he hops out of the way. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Wood buried that fastball in. Vasquez and Schoenwein swarming in the pen. The 1-2 outside. Same 2 teams tomorrow night again. 7:10 first pitch. Jonathan Sanchez against Kevin Mulvey. The 2-2. Oh boy.
Boy, did he ever hang one there. Somehow Juan Uribe didn't hit that one a mile. So Gutierrez got away with that one. Big time.
Big Gutierrez wheels and deals. He didn't mean to, but he fouls it off. Visit the official online shop of the Arizona Diamondbacks at dbacks.com/shop. Here's what you do. You browse from the largest selection of authentic team gear, hats, and t-shirts. Visit dbacks.com/shop. Fastball. Good sink on that one. That's strike 3, the second out. 1 out to victory for the Diamondbacks.
He's reared back and threw a good sinking fastball, as you said, right by Juan Uribe for a big out number 2. That gets us an out closer to our postgame show, Darren.
Don't forget, it's coming up right around the corner. Right here on Fox Sports Arizona. Arco continues to hit with Brad Penny's helmet on. And he pops that one up. That, for the Diamondbacks, is a victory in a night in which they can play the role of spoiler. A very tough night for the Giants, a great night for the Redheads. Kudos to all you great and dedicated fans all season long, especially the crazies out there in the Redhead section. We'll put a bow on all of it with our post-game show, Quest